Let's go. All right, party people. How's everybody doing tonight? I got a bunch of cool people in chat already. Adam's over here. Eric Favini. Eric. David Dutro's here. Zymergy's said something. Tyler Poole. Joey the Goat's here. Dude abides. Graham Case says, let's go. David says, rip my plan to go 2-1. Somehow my opponent couldn't get through my D even with much better tunes. Eric says, facing my first Galactic Legend this round. Nice. Inquisitor Corvius says, it's morning, 8 a.m. where I'm from. First thing I see DL talking about is wood. Well, you got to know how much wood would woodchuck chuck if woodchuck could chuck wood. Everybody's got to know that. I don't know it. I don't know the actual answer to the tongue twister, but I accidentally made up a tongue twister of my own. I don't even think I can say it. 6 sick Sith ships. I can't remember what I said, but I tried to say 6 sick Sith ships. That was turned out to be quite a tongue twister for me. 6 sick Sith ships. I could write a Dr. Seuss book about Sith ships, apparently. Hey, Loquitur, I need one more rec for C. Oh, that's exciting. You get down to that last requirement, and then it just takes a while to get your C, and then it takes a while longer to get the alt. So you got probably, about 5 more weeks to go afterwards to get him fully up to speed. So it... I don't know why, but I'm always very patient until I get to the point of getting the Galactic Legend, and then I'm real impatient to have them done. So, yeah. And you get stuck farming Darkside for weeks and weeks and weeks. Yeah, that's, it's not bad, but it's delayed gratification for sure. Joey the Goat says, I feel like you're the one to figure out actually how much. Yeah, we could probably do some calculations on the caloric energy that could be stored in a woodchuck and divide that out by the amount of cubic feet of wood. There's probably a way to figure out how much wood a woodchuck actually could chuck. I've just never made a spreadsheet for it yet. Could be done though, I suppose. I choked hard on my first match against a Bad Batch squad. Vincent said, this is a 3-0 or 0-3 round for me, no halfway. This time it was 3-0. Yeah. I might go 0-3 on my main. We'll see. I've had a rough round this round. It's yeah, good opponents this round. Joey the Goat says probably 122,000. It's 122,603. 603. Close. Yep. That would be a load of wood, right? Woohoo, just hit number 1 in my fleet shard for the first time. Ha ha ha. Nice. Number 1. All right. Well, I don't know if we'll take this long to get into the Grand Arena. I think we might just jump in on the Loquitur Grand Arena early. I don't have account reviews prepared or anything tonight, so if you guys don't have questions, we'll probably just dive right in. How many large GP differences? Well, right now, the Loquitur account's fighting up against accounts that are about, I'm 2.5 million, and the last guy I fought was 4 million. Before that was like 3.8. So I'm fighting up by 1.5, almost 2 million now with the Loquitur account. With my main account, I'm fighting up from like 6.4 to 7.4. But I'll tell you what, going from 2.5 to 4 million, it doesn't feel like that big of a stretch. Going from 6.4 to 7.4, that is a lot more stuff. At that level, when you've already got that much galactic power, that means you've pretty much got, a bunch of characters, 7 stars, gear 12, whatever you want to call it, if there's a little bit of bloat. But once you get to 7 million, there's no bloat anymore. It's all additional characters that have been relicked. Or at least that's what it looks like to me. So the main account is struggling a bit to fight up right now in the Kyber 2. Up against some pretty big boys. Of course, you got to remember, some of these guys were in Kyber 1 and they slid down from Kyber 1, so we could be fighting a mix of people coming up from Kyber 3 like I did, and people going down from Kyber 1. So, yeah, we got... It's less of a GP difference, but it definitely feels like a brick wall at that level. It's interesting. That's why I'm talking about defensive strategies today. Well, let's just talk about that, because I'm putting together a new team, boys. So I'm trying to look at my defenses and try to figure out if I can make some better top-notch defenses. Because I feel like on offense, I can usually scrap it out pretty well. I can usually, put together some weird teams and grind through people's defenses, with some clever tactics. But I always want to keep too much stuff on offense these days. And I feel like I need to just really kind of double down on defense and try to use these teams I've got and make even better defensive squads, even tougher for my opponents to deal with. And one of the squads I was looking at is my Bounty Hunter squad. And I was trying to figure out, how to maximize the threat of this Bounty Hunter team. And I was actually doing this on the Loquitur account, and we can go take a look at that too for a second. Wait a second, I got to resize this. Get that framed correctly. So I actually started out working on this on the Loquitur account, and then I transferred it over to the big account. But with these bounty hunters, what I was thinking is we're trying to get them to go fast, and you have to have this combination of 5 bounty hunters, and then Zamwasel herself needs to be decently fast, and then you want to add speed to her for all the bounty hunters, and then she shares her speed out. And it puts you at a high speed, let's say, pretty comfortably, between 360, 370, even 380 with this team that I've got. But it's not scary enough, right? There's still other teams that can reasonably go 370. Like my Moff Gideon on my main account is 370, and under the trooper lead is 390. So I figure you got to get up around 400 to make this threatening. So what I did is I put Django in the lead because he's got 30 speed. So we get plus 30 speed here. Now that takes effect before Zam does her abilities. So at the moment that she's looking at her own speed, she'll have 300. Then she'll get 5% for each other bounty hunter, so she'll get another 20% on that, so she'll be at 360. And then she'll share 20% of 360, so she'll share 72 with everybody else. So then if I can get these guys up around 300, so we took Bosk up to 300, he'll get 30 from the Django lead, and then 72, so he'll be acting at 402. And then similarly with Django Fett, we gave him speed mods and took his speed up. And in this case, we put him at 299. We put him right below Bosk, so that pretty much as soon as Bosk goes, he will go instantly, put everybody on fire, trigger Bosk's frenzy. They'll get the mass assist, and the team will do some damage. So, I mean, it's not a huge damage team. It's not incredibly threatening, but this is the way that I can make it, let's say, more threatening than it was before under Bosk lead. All right, so on the main account then, I took a look at the same thing, and we, where'd we go? Gotta go down here. Looking at the same thing with Django lead, except my characters over here are in a little different order, and I can get them to go even faster. We've got 311 on the Bosk, 310 on Grief Karga, and then I actually put Jango Fett ahead of everybody at 316, and then this Zam is faster. So with this Zam, we'll end up 289. So she'll share something like 76 speed instead of 72, and that'll put these guys up in the 415 range. Django will go at like 423, and then he'll go at like 418, then he'll go at 417. So if I've got these guys timed right, basically, as long as Mando goes last, we have a chance to get the contract off pretty quickly. Damage the debuffed enemy 20 times. So we won't get it in the first round, but maybe in the second round. Not sure if we'll get the contract off, but the team's pretty fast. I can take it on offense. I can leave it on defense. So I'm trying to just get that team as fast as I can get them. And if we take this on offense, then we can just, as long as the speeds work out, we can stick Aura Singh here and then get the instant contract. And these guys are timed for the Aura Singh lead for the Mandalorian, so something like gas or whatever, we can save that as a threat on offense. Messing around with my Rey team here a little bit, trying to figure out how to make that more defensive. And I really don't want to give up Cat on this team, but I'm looking at a different option. Griff and I were talking last night, and this is something he said is pretty tricky on defense. But maybe I just need to commit to it and just put harder and harder things on defense and make my opponent figure it out too, Get a Mandalorian team running as well, something under Beskar Armor Mandalorian. Get this Maul up and running, get a team under Maul. Put my Wat Tambor on defense with a Maul team. So there's some stuff that I can do, but I think as soon as I finish out these Bad Batch, we're just going to take a moment to build up some defensive stuff and try to really make some of these defensive teams hard to deal with. That's my thoughts. I'm going to go catch up on chat now. I'm 15 relic levels away from being able to farm Lord Vader. Should I get Dark Trooper into relics or save that gear for when Lord Vader is acquired? Are you planning to put Dark Trooper in with Lord Vader? I mean, if you have a good trooper team and you can get the Dark Trooper to relics as your 5th trooper or whatever, then man, that character is ridiculous. He's really, if you can relic him, go for it. But, if you're in your last lead up to Lord Vader, then I would just finish out Lord Vader. Stick to the plan and get that done. Django's unique Zeta is really good. You should consider it. Yeah, I was looking at that. I was looking at his leadership and his unique yesterday, trying to figure out if I want to commit a Zeta to that. Why do you hoard Omegas on the alt account? I don't know. Just habit. There's a lot of stuff that I just don't feel like is worth the Omega. So I don't put the Omega on unless I know that I want it. Yeah. There's a lot of characters that are missing an Omega or two. Yeah. Even stuff like this, it's only 3. Yeah, I could put the Omegas on, but don't know. Have a hard time committing those to all these characters. I just got in the habit of saving them because I was always out of them on the main account. So I just got in the habit of kind of hoarding them and not putting them on. If I feel like it does something significant for the character, like this does 15% damage, but she's not known for her basic attack anyway, so I don't know. I could put them on. Just stingy. Keep them in the bank. always have enough Omegas to do Zetas. Maybe I'll go through someday and just go on a wild Omega spree and just put them everywhere. That high-speed bounty hunter, it will either catch them off guard or pull a heavy team out. Yep, that's the plan. We just got to get enough good defenses that like I can put 7 defenses across the front that are all hard and hope to just stop my opponent up front. And then I'll try to do a better job of sorting it out on my end and see if I can beat more teams. So we're gonna work the account toward more of a defense-heavy structure and see if we can make that work. I agree with Griff for that Ray comp, says Lord Vader. All right, got 2 votes for that. My opponent made a mistake against my Geos. It cost him the GAC, and it should have been easy for them to win. Ah, nice. Geos coming through again. Those Geos, they're tough. It feels amazing to relic your GL as soon as you unlock it. It does. It does. If you save up enough materials, look ahead of time, get all that stuff farmed up, take your GL straight to relic. That feels pretty good. I think I did on the Loquitur account. I think when we unlocked it, we went all the way to relic 7 instantly. That feels pretty awesome. You're not using Padme anywhere in the Loquitur account anymore? Well, no, Padme can lead some kind of squad, so there's always Galactic Republic around for her to go with. So she got put with some leftovers in my last GAC, and I mean, it was a throwaway team because I put my Qui-Gon Jinn team on defense, but putting this many resources into Qui-Gon and then putting it on defense is good. But in this case, my opponent had a Galactic Legend, and it was very eye-opening. He's just like, yeah, take C in against that, and oh, okay, they're dead. You know, it was like not even, and I know that this team pulled his Galactic Legend, but if it was a minor version of this team, I wouldn't have minded. But because I committed so many of these relics to this team, then it just felt really bad. It felt like I threw away a whole lot of resources for nothing. So if I'm ever going to put this on defense, then I absolutely have to have my Galactic Legend also on defense, so that they pretty much have to fight their Galactic Legend against my Galactic Legend, and then they've got to figure out what to do with this team. So yeah, it was a very like I said, it was very eye-opening because it's like, okay, I can never do that. If they've got a free GL, if they get a GL to play against anything they want, I can never commit this much to the Qui-Gon team on defense. It was just threw it away. Threw away 135,000 GP. Bad tactics on my part. So that's why I said, yeah, we got to get this team, we got to get this team, we got to have the Galactic Legend on defense. You know, we gotta build a wall. And then, you know, he would have had to take his C against my C, which is fine. I mean, they could have duked it out, and he would have won. But then he would have had some problems. Even, you know, he would have had to take Darth Revan against this team, and I'm not sure that that's a free win. You know, maybe somebody can tell me, does Darth Revan just wipe this for free? But if we had to use Darth Revan with the Malak, then he wouldn't have been able to just, you know, go back and Malak solo something. So yeah, we gotta, as we're punching up against higher level players, I think weaker defenses isn't going to work. We need to put defenses down that are at the level of play of the opponent. So if I'm playing a 4 million opponent, I have to put a defense down that can hold a 4 million opponent. And then I have to just be clever enough with my offense to be able to do more than he can do. That's my thought. Guys, I don't know if this is right, so don't take this as right or wrong advice. But, you know, it's a new system. You got to try new things. I very quickly reached a level where my account is stressed in both my main and my alt. So Good. That's my tactic that I'm going to try next. What do you guys think? What would you do? Do you believe in this up in the game on defense strategy, or do you think that I should just take all of that good stuff on offense, focus on efficiency, and just say, well, they're going to win on defense anyway. They've got more stuff on offense, so let them have it, and then save all the good stuff for offense and try to get higher banners than them. What do you guys think is the right route? Try to go for efficiency wins, or try to stack it up on defense and trust that you can sort out something good for your offense? I don't know. Don't know the right answer, but we got to try it. We got to try some stuff. Darth Revan is pretty strong against Qui-Gon Jinn. Beat one without Malak before with ease. I don't think it had GK on it, though. The best offense is a strong defense. Apology says, I believe offensive play is better. Efficiency wins. Okay. Nice says, I'm 3.5 million fighting 4.3 to 5.3. And my defense so far was 2 times gas and Gear 7 teams and 1 negotiator. It's dependent on your opponent. I personally put a super tough defense down, says Lord Vader. Mike C says, I think forcing a 2-zone game where you can be more efficient is the way to go. Yeah, I think cutting the board down. It seems to work better for me. In the past, when I've just gone heavier on defense, it's gone better for me. Heath D says, I agree with the defense strategy. Now that banner count isn't as important for overall placement, I think it works pretty well to place tough defenses. Yeah, okay. Stuffed Ninja Kitty says, I think a thick wall in front of your fleet is a good idea. It puts mental stress on the opponent, says Heath D. So why? Okay. So I think if you're going to put down defenses, you're going to put defenses all across the front. Why do you think it's better to put it in front of fleet? Well, I mean, in Chromium, fleet's worth more. You get 3 teams up top, so the fleet zones are actually worth more. But, yeah, that's interesting. So, I mean, I'm certainly going to do that. If I'm weak on fleets, I'll put more of the better defenses up top. But if I think I have any kind of advantage at all on my opponent in fleet, then I'm typically going to put the strongest defenses on the bottom. And that way, even if they get to fleet, they're stressed for banners on fleet. Hopefully. Especially if the opponent isn't planning on a 2-zone GAC, says Mike C. Yeah, that's what we got to do. We got to shut them down to a 2-zone. With Qui-Gon Jinn, my goal is to either draw out CLS or a Galactic Legend on my front wall, and then my back wall I trap with either Galactic Legend or Gas, depending on the opponent's roster. Yeah, that's good. That's what I was trying to do for a little while with my main account. You know, put good defenses up front and try to bait out the GLs, and then still try to have good enough defenses on the back wall. But against these opponents that have an extra million GP on me, it's not working. Because they bring like 2 or 3 Galactic Legends on defense, they get through that front wall, and then because I don't have enough defensive teams that threaten to use that Galactic Legend, and I can't really put the Qui-Gon team down in the best form if I'm going to play the Padme Cat team. So if I'm not going to do Padme Cat, then I put Cat back with Rey, and that frees me up to do Qui-Gon on defense again. So it's a little bit of a shuffle with the characters that I've got, but we'll figure it out for next Grand Arena with a little stronger defenses. Your best defense should be on bottom where your most points are. Yeah, that's true, Lord Vader, but remember, in Chromium, you've got 3 teams up top. So it's different depending on which division you're in, which zone has the most points. I like the AP game strategy, just place one team that holds and nothing else. Yeah. Well, I tell you what, if you like that strategy, you can do it. If you absolutely know that your fleet's going to hold and there's no doubt in your mind, then yeah, go ahead and do it for showmanship. DL, should I buy the Erodium pack worth 500 crystals in the store? It gives you 5 to 15 pieces. Is that a good deal? I think when we looked at that before, I felt like the only thing that was a good deal were the bottom 2 packs. The Carbonite and the Bronzium could be worth it. Everything else I felt like was overpriced. It's just not that hard to get that stuff in the game. The Erodium heat sinks are not that hard to get. You can get them from a couple different sources now. These Mark V droid callers are building up for a lot of people. You can use those. You could always use these completed CNR Hollow projectors at very efficient value. So if you bought these out of the store, you could spend 300 crystals and get 10 guaranteed for 300 crystals. So if you buy the Erodium heat sinks for 500, you're not even guaranteed to get the 10 that you could be guaranteed to get if you just bought this whole piece. Look, we could buy these 2 right here for 600 and get 20 Erodium heat sinks. So a guaranteed 20 for 600 is always going to be better than that pack. So I would do that any day before I would buy the pack. All right, Grand Arena time. Let's get in there. Let's get in there and mix it up. Nysa says, by the way, so it's 1 year account review anniversary for me. 1 year account review anniversary. I did your account review a year ago, huh? That's cool. What life lessons have I missed so far? Nothing, Beskar. We're gonna do story time in between the Grand Arenas. David says 1 year until my 3 months until my 1 year anniversary. Trying to get SLKR honor before 417. Nice. Cool. The beauty of GAC is that the best strategy is different every round. Scout, plan, and execute. I agree with you, Matt. I agree with you totally. But I think that my strategy is going to go more toward scouting and then changing up my best defenses and really trying to get more defensive. More defensive. More. And don't worry about if the opponent puts Galactic Legends down. I'll either get it sorted out or I'll get held and I don't care. And I'll just have to sort out a better 2-zone win. All right, so we are fighting against Zan Swerve, the tactical genius from the 7-star Sith. This is only a 6-pointed star, so I don't know. Maybe there's a spindle that comes up out of the middle making the 7th point. 7-star Sith. Okay, when we look at this guy, we see 102 in fleet and 709 in arena, so we're not terribly scared. But we're fighting up by almost 2 million galactic power here. 4.4, 1.7 in ships, 2.7 in characters. In terms of his ship inventory, I think he's got no premium capital ships. He's got the Chimera, Executrix, Home 1, and Endurance. So he's got enough capital ships for 4 fleets. The Geos are okay-ish. The Galactic Republic is okay. He's got some rebel stuff. So he's got 4 fleets-ish, but not very strong. And I would say I definitely have a huge advantage in fleets, which is good. I like to have that fleet advantage. Character-wise, we've got CLS, Revan, Vader, the CLS team. Grandmaster Yoda's at Relic 7. R2-D2's at R6. Got a Padme team. Old Ben is in here. Han Solo, Jolie Bindo for the Revan team. Some Bounty Hunter stuff. Wampa, Dooku. Kind of all over the place. With the Wampa in here, and I think I saw Hermit Yoda somewhere. I feel like he must be going for like a Luke build at some point, trying to get Jedi Master Luke Skywalker. But okay, he's not there yet. And he's got a bunch of Gear 12 stuff. Just thick through the middle with Gear 12 stuff. So with a fleet advantage and him having all kinds of Gear 12 stuff, I figured let's just put the Galactic Legend on defense and go from there. So we put the GL on defense. We also put that new version of the Bounty Hunter team down here. And that way he doesn't get a free team when he's fighting down that zone. Up here, I put this Revan team with Darth Revan, or Jedi Knight Revan, that Relic 8 Yoda that we built, and some of these other Jedi. And it's not a great team. I mean, they're going to be able to get Savior right away and kill Jedi right away. It's not very threatening. But it is a Relic 8 Yoda. So it's basically, can I get the enemy to jump? So it's just 3 teams that you got to fight. You know, you got the Geos with the Relic Spy, the Grievous with the 2 relics on it, and then a Relic 8 Yoda. So I'm basically giving them the zones in front of ships, but not quite for free. Again, I think if he takes a team of a bunch of Relic 12 or Gear 12 characters in against Yoda, Yoda will be eating stuff. And then we put the typical fleets over here. This Empire fleet, we've only got 1 reinforcement. We've just got these 3 ships in the gauntlet. So it's a pretty weak fleet, but it at least puts something on defense that has a chance to steal some banners or hold or whatever. Green screen of death. Okay. Let's try again. Glad it didn't do that after we entered a combat. Although it may still do that after we enter a combat. Who knows? Man, my computer problems are haunting me. I've got new RAM coming in Monday, guys. We're going to swap out the RAM in the computer. We're going to get it up and running that way. And if that doesn't work, I may be just looking at needing to buy a whole new machine, because I've had like 3 different people helping me trying to sort through the software and the settings and all that stuff, and can't seem to find any problems, and ran some diagnostic stuff, and there's no reason why it's doing all this goofy stuff. So I may end up just needing to just buy a new computer and start over. I don't know. Don't know how else to get around it. All right, scary times. Let's go engage in a battle to make sure that the game's not going to crash if we fight. We'll just pick an SLKR here. Make sure that we can successfully engage in a battle. And then we'll go scout his defense. All right, get me out of here. All right, we're good. We're good. Getting back in here, I think Geo's Jedi. What else we got here? Grievous. We got a little Grievous team. Okay. Probably would have been good to keep my Yoda here. We could have done some kind of little Yoda team against that. All right, so we'll have to sort out Grievous. We can probably do that with Vader if nothing else. This team, I feel like we can do troopers on this team. We'll have to kill Revan first unless we want to deal with Savior. But I think the troopers can take him down before Savior is an issue. Here we can nest. So I think we're good there. And then we've got Darth Revan and a good bounty hunter team. All right, so this is going to take some work, guys. This team we can't let off the hook, so we may have to bring something good against that. All right, we've got Padme, and we've got the clones. Padme can take this team down pretty easily, right? I mean, our Padme team's pretty big. We could potentially do the clones here. See if we can punch up with the clones. We'll have to get off the aerial advantage on Bosk to get rid of him. We'll lose somebody right away. We'll get the sacrifice off to Boba Fett. Maybe clones here? Or maybe, nah, I don't know. I don't think we want to risk clones here. That'd be ugly. So, if we did Padme here, we could do Padme against this team. Troopers, Nest, and that leaves us clones and Vader. So we could come in and Vader this team or Vader this team. Vader here. What do you guys think? Hit me up in chat if you got ideas. This Darth Revan team isn't that threatening, but man, if they get a turn, once that team gets a turn, it can be rough. Even, if you underdog this with like 2 relic characters, if they get a turn, it gets ugly fast. Yeah, they don't have a good tank. I still do not want to underestimate this team. They think we're the underdog. That's the first mistake. If your Jedi Revan team is low gear, would it be better to use Bastille Elite instead? I thought about using the Bastille Elite, but I also don't have the Zeta on it, so it's, I don't know. Scott Mobley's here. Hey now, got to check my Chiefs tonight, but I'm watching at halftime. Nice. Do you still have the Ami Qui-Gon Jinn? Did I save Qui-Gon Jinn? I think I might have. Yeah, I've got Qui-Gon. I've got Qui-Gon. What y'all thinking? Where do you want to see Qui-Gon go? The DR isn't scary. Yeah, the DR is not too scary. I just don't want to let him get off the chain. Clones versus DR is not ideal. No, we can't do the clones versus the Revan team. So yeah, we do have the Qui-Gon team. So who would we want to take Qui-Gon against? These bounty hunters maybe? Qui-Gon the bounty hunters? And that saves us some better stuff for somewhere else. Yeah, maybe we think about that. We don't need that much great stuff with Qui-Gon, right? We can just take in, like, him, Anakin, and just scrubs from there, right? Just Galactic Republic scrubs. That would leave us Ahsoka and Kenobi and Padme. We could still make a team out of that. We could go in with something like this. If they kill Qui-Gon quickly, though, it can go badly for us. Oh, no. Come on. What is this? We could kick him out, keep him with Padme, put Kenobi in instead. The battle will take a little longer, but we've at least got a tank to hide behind. Is he Galactic Republic? Yeah, he's Galactic Republic. Just put in a bunch of scrub Jedi. Trying to think of the best way to make this work, because I still want to be able to run the Padme team. If we've got Anakin and Ahsoka, we've still got a Padme team, so I think we try this. That won't work. It's no damage without Anakin. You don't feel that the Qui-Gon Jinn team's going to work? All right. Well, we'll put the Anakin and the Kenobi in there then. But then it's basically I'm just using a Padme team. So I don't want to do this. If I was going to do this, then I'll just put Padme in here and we'll fight them with the Padme team. You see what I'm saying? So I'm going to do clones here. I'm going to do my little clone bomb team, and we're going to see if we can work our way through these guys. And that'll leave us some other options once we see the back wall. We'll start out with a low banner win here. But I think these guys can handle it. I think as long as Rex can get off an aerial advantage, we should be good. How about Old Ben over Mace? Old Ben is not Galactic Republic, is he? He kind of ruins the whole Galactic Republic thing. If you're having Anakin or Kenobi on the team, you want all Galactic Republic. All right. Should we taunt with 5s? I don't think we have taunt on 5s on this account. Okay, let's just pull an assist and try to get some damage on somebody. We'll get turn meter so that we all get turns. We'll put this on 5s because he's just got the most damage on a basic. Throw Echo out there. And then we're going to do this on Echo to optimize the amount of damage we're doing. Okay, let's get over here. There's the taunt. Okay. Let's make sure we get that back on Rexy. I don't mind if one of these other guys gets killed. There goes the sacrifice. Yeah. All right. Now, Boba's a pretty big threat, and he'll probably get a kill on Shaak Ti. So we don't want to kill him and then give him Bounty Hunter's Resolve back again. That would be a bad move. So we're just going to work our way through Django. We'll throw this, try to get rid of that. Okay, give this over to Echo. Get rid of the offense up that they had. All right, Shock. We got to do this on Bosk. Okay, yeah, dang it. It worked out exactly like I didn't want it to. He got Bounty Hunter's Resolve back. But I think we're good. I think this is going to work out just fine. I don't think Django's going to kill all 3 of my other troopers before I can get him. Aerial advantage is coming back pretty quickly here. So we're good. 67 banners. All right, and then we'll go in here. And we said we were going to Vader this. I will take Thrawn in just in case things don't work well right away. We've got the kick or the trade of turn meter, but this should be plenty to get us through to the back wall. See what he's got back there. All right, so this should still get us an extra turn. Then we do Merciless. And we're going to do a basic attack on everybody. Okay. Traya. And then we're going to do Force Crush again. Then we're going to swap, call, lightning, hit, done. 67 banners, don't even want to see him move. Don't even take a turn. Good. Good, good, good. All right, so we got some teams back here that we can play Qui-Gon Jinn with absolute trash, and we should still be able to win. Maybe against these Ewoks. All right. So let's do Nest versus the Geos. We've got a Relic Geo. I'm tempted to take in Traya and do the Traya Nest combo. I could do Treya Nest or I could do Kira Nest. I think I'll do Kira. Get some insulation against that spy going off on me. The spy's not the one that's relicked, so I think we're good. Get in there and take care of these geos with Miss Nest. Do the iWalks... iWalks. Newest product from Apple. The Apple iWalk. Oh. Do the Ewoks have the Omicron? Do the E's have the O? Don't know. We'll have to go see. All right, we're going to target this soldier as soon as we can here. All right. Let me take a turn. Oh, staggered, blinded. Okay, almost ready to take a turn here. We've got to go to select, because it wouldn't let us pick auto basic, which we want to do it first because we're going to be blinded a lot. Our basic attack can't be dodged, which means blind doesn't have any effect. So if we auto basic at first, then the blind is irrelevant. Also, they can't dodge. And then once we get rid of the soldier, then all of the other debuffs will pretty much be gone, because once he can't do tenacity down, then the other buffs won't stick either. So we'll get the soldier out of here. All right, we're in good shape now. I think just wait for these buffs to wear off, and then we'll switch it over to full auto. We want the Poggle. Let's go ahead and take a turn and make sure we're targeting the Poggle over here. And that way it also takes away the threat of the occasional ability block if we don't want that. Oh, Poggle out. All right, now we'll just go to full auto and we should be good. Let it ride. Nice Vader action. Doesn't Nest solo this? Yeah, the Kira is just there to make sure that we don't get that stupid interaction with the spy like we got last time, where just the 1 in a billion chance that the spy hits you at exactly the right time when you have all those debuffs on and you don't have your protection up. It can be nasty, so we don't want that. All right, troopers here. And this is actually going to be a tough little battle, because with the... Yeah, this is going to be a tough battle, even for troopers. Might lose it with the troopers, because getting the first kill is going to be hard. I think we may actually have to go after Qui-Gon as the weakest link and pop Savior intentionally and just, go for 2 kills on him to get the turn meter train rolling. Because I think if we go after Revan to try to avoid Savior, with all that extra protection up they get and him being Relic 7, that's not going to happen. Not going to happen. So we're actually going to carve the armor on him, go crazy on him, and then hopefully just 1 or 2 basics, get a kill, get the turn meter train rolling. And we should be good from there. And plus, if I give Qui-Gon the turn for the Savior, I'm not too worried about what Qui-Gon can do with a turn. Yoda is squishy. Yeah, but if we pop Savior on Yoda, then he gets a free turn, and he'll spread buffs and put Foresight on everybody, which is annoying. It's inconvenient for us. He'll put the tenacity up and Foresight on everybody and make things that much harder. Qui-Gon's the first target. We're going to crush Qui-Gon, and then we'll work our way through it from there. And if Jolie Bindo gets a res, it's actually fine for us. It's just more targets for us to kill. So I think we'll be good. I think we'll be good. How do you decide when to take snow over range or dark? What's the thought process? Snow Trooper was my first relic character. He was just very easy to get to 7 stars, very easy to gear, and when I first started the account, that's what I wanted. And I don't have the other characters that you were speaking of. I don't have those other characters on this account. Okay, so we'll do this. Get our first kill. Now we'll go after Yoda. Drain everybody's turn meter. Get him gone. Peel away some good stuff. We're going to hit Bastila with a couple shots. Oh, we killed her. Yeah. Alright, let's get on Bindo now. And like I said, if he does the resurrect, it's actually fine for us. We don't even care that much in this comp. I'll just do a basic. Okay, we got him. We're working. So I don't think if anybody was starting a new account, I don't know if you would choose Snow. I did because I wanted him as an early counter to Geos and an early counter exactly for this team, for these like early Jedi Knight Revan Jedi type teams. Snow Trooper's really good at dealing with them. With that big AoE that he has, and instantly gets it back as long as he does enough crits. So yeah, Snow Trooper was just chosen purely for convenience. Purely for convenience. All right, and then we'll take Ahsoka, and he's Galactic Republic, so we'll stuff him in the team just to have a little more damage. Another person to have courage stacks. Dooku is the threat really here, so if we get some courage stacks, we'll just knock out Dooku, and then I think the rest of it's easy. And we still got Mon Mothma for the back wall. We still got Qui-Gon. We still got Dooku. So we've got enough tools in our toolbox to deal with that back wall, I think. Surely. Still have Watt, right? We still have our Watt Tambor. Yeah, we can maybe just Dooku Watt something. All right. This should definitely be overkill, but I don't care. It's all good. I have a ton of snow shards. I'm not up to 330 for darker range, so I'm thinking about adding into my troopers when I build them. He's not bad. Not a bad character. Can we kill Grievous in one roll? Let's go. Oh. Wow. Wow. That was impressive. Grievous is just like, nah. Not taking any damage. Kenobi's been extorted. Just do a basic over here. Do area effect. Get some damage down. Now we'll do this big hit. We'll kick the Dooku. Pay the taxes. I guess we didn't really have to pay the taxes. Would have still been okay. 63. Lost a couple banners. We're okay, though. We are okay. Let's see. What do we got for fleets in here? We've got a Galactic Republic that's not a negotiator. And then we've got a Rebel fleet with these super annoying ships here. Which one is more of a threat, do you guys think? The Home One or the Galactic Republic fleet? I feel like the Home One fleet is actually more of a threat. This is Biggs, right? Let me check, make sure this is Biggs. That's Wedge? Oh. We should be able to geo that, right? Actually, I think we geo this team. I think we geo this team and malevolence this team. Okay. I think so. Take a closer look when we get back. We got Night Sisters. And we got Murder Bears. We could do this to be safe, right? He's got the Zeta, but no Omicron. No Omicron. So we could do this and they'll kill themselves with all their assists and all that stuff. And Dooku we'll lose some banners. We would lose too many banners with that. What about the Qui-Gon team? Let's take Qui-Gon and Horrible Jedi. Let's just take the Jedi scraps and scrubs. I don't really want to take the Jedi scrubs against the Night Sisters because they I don't know. Leave him for Mon Mothma or take him on this team? Well, we've only got 2 Jedi that even have levels, so this is the Horrible Jedi squad. Look at this: Gear 7, 2 Gear 9s, and Qui-Gon. That's pretty awful. I guess we need to save a couple Jedi for offense, huh? Well, let's do it. Let's see how good we can do, because he doesn't even have mods, though, right? Oh, yikes. Yikes. Ben's got mods? Does old Ben have mods? Yeah, he's got some kind of mods. All right. All right. So we could come in with this weak Jedi team like this, or we could do Traya, Dooku, Watt, and that's, I think, a sure thing. Save Watt for Night Sisters due to weapon tech. Never seen Kyle in a Jedi comp. If it works, I'll do a similar thing tomorrow. Murder Bears, death by hugs. Well, what do we think, guys? Do we want more of a sure thing? Or do we want to take a little risk here and just see how hard Qui-Gon can punch up with just complete garbage? You know what? We've still got the Dooku team if this doesn't work, so I want to throw it in there and see if it works. They might get a TM train rolling. Oh, for sure. The Ewoks they always get a TM train of some kind rolling. Get over here on Elder. Is this the one that calls an assist? All allies gain offense up. Okay, so this is the one we want first. Look at that. All right, this is the turn meter, right? Everybody gets turn meter. Now, hand wave. All right. And is this the heal? That's the heal. So we don't want to do that. Where's Wicket? Is Wicket in here? There's Wicket. Boof. Nothing. All right, get him out of here. Oh, man. Look at that Kyle Katarn. He ain't taking no for an answer. Bam. These guys are hitting pretty hard. Look at that, 23,000. Look at this guy. What, 6,000 with no mods. All right, come on. Get him, boys. Yeah, let's have Old Ben taunt. Ooh, dodge that lightsaber. All right, 13,000 from Plo. 12,000 from Old Ben. Here we go. Yeah, 48,000. 63 banners. Woo! Hitting hard, boys, hitting hard. All right, and then over here, I think we use the little Mon Mothma team. And we try to rely on our tenacity that we've got running around to try to save us. We've got K2. He's modded for tenacity as well. Yeah, he's got some tenacity mods on him. He's ready to join the team since we used up Kyle. All right. Cassian's U-Wing plus 3PO and Chewie versus the Night Sisters. Let's do it. This makes me want to unlock an Ami Qui-Gon just for a garbage Jedi team. Might do better than my Phoenix. Oh, man. You saw how much harder we're hitting than Phoenix. All right, let's steal the turn meter off of this zombie. Let's get a little guy clearing off the taunt. Let's get over on Daka. Daka must die first. Throw a grenade. Okay. Get her. Oh, here comes the plagues, boys. We'll get rid of these plagues in a hurry, though. Okay. All right. Let's do this. Get some blinds on people. Zombie's going crazy over there. How fast is this zombie? The zombie's too fast, to tell you what. Okay, let's get a kill on this Night Sister Spirit. Okay. Tenacity coming through for us right there. No stun. Okay, get back on Daka now. Give her the big shot to the face. Got to clear the zombie taunt again. Get back on Daka. Zombie went again. Oh, we got buff immunity on her, though. Let's steal turn meter from Asajj. It didn't get turn meter, but we got the stun, so it's still okay. Let's use this to remove the foresight. All right. Now we can start mowing them down. Get this Night Sister Spirit out of here. Throw a grenade on this zombie. Plague's coming in again. We're actually going to have to try to heal up and get rid of this plague on this K2 unit here, because he's getting dangerously close to passing away. So we got to use the big heals. All right. Stun her. All right, keep healing. Keep healing, guys. Can't let these plagues get out of control. Got to get this Asajj out of here. All right. There we go. Get her. We're not going to get enough healing to get our life back, though. It's going to lose banners. All right, 62. Not horrible. Not horrible. All right. Now let's get in here and see if we can clear both these fleets with my mediocre fleets. Now we said Geo's against this, right? Because we want to just get in there and we want Anakin to just explode. We want Anakin to just go away. Let's do this and this and this. We'll save Plo for the other fleet. I don't think we can say. I think we only get 2 reinforcements here. Oof, 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 oof. So we got start these 3 ships. We got 2 reinforcements. We got 3 starting ships, 2 reinforcements. We'll stick this in here just in case. In case we need to pull the spy. It's about as lean as we can run it, boys. Aren't you supposed to be taking Malevolence and not Akbar? Well, the other fleet we have is Malevolence with the other ships that we have left over. That's what we've got. That's what we've got to do. All right, let's stun him. And then let's try to get him killed. So that's good. 1 for 1. We dodged that. We'll get this over on Ahsoka. Do a mass assist over here. Try to get her down real quick. Ah, she's going to heal. That's okay. Another tank coming in. Take a shot on him. Sunfac is okay. He's living. We're going to bring this in. Cut down. Pull an assist from Spy. All right. Now we can get back to Ahsoka. Oh, he puts the taunt up. Bummer. All right, get him. Spy under stealth now. Let's do this on the spy. Make sure we get some healing and protection back. Let's get myself under stealth again. Stun that. No more taunts. Oh man, more taunts. So many taunts. Come on, Sunfac. You can do it. Bring in this silencer. Just put down more damage. Get him out of there. Okay. I think this is our best bet right there. Get that out of here. Oof. More reinforcements. Dear God, how many reinforcements does this guy have? All right. Let's try to sort this out. We're going to lose, guys. We're not going to make it. We've only got 1 more ship left, and it's a level 1 reinforcement. Yeah, we just don't have enough fleet. Don't have enough fleet right now. Oh, all right. Needed 1 more good reinforcement there. You know, one more good reinforcement of some kind. Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's go practice our Malevolence fleet against this guy then. See what we can learn. I think we're learning that I have to make another fleet of complete garbage to put on defense and bring that Empire fleet on offense. And then, maybe I can actually make 2 offensive fleets. Mace with the hold. Yeah, they got a little bit being able to kill that soldier instantly. I wasn't quite ready for that. Was not quite ready for that. I think we'll actually reinforce with the Vulture. All right. Let's get in there. Let's see how many of these little ships we can make and see if we can hold them up. 4 fleets isn't fun when you only have 2.5. Well, I mean, we knew that was going to be the challenge, right? It's not a mystery. Okay. Well, at least that died instead of the Vulture droid, right? So that's good. And they go right after the little Vulture droid? That's weird. All right, let's get buzzies on everybody. Okay. Let's get that foresight going. Here's Biggs coming in. Now we're going to reinforce with our vulture droid. We'll put more buzz droids over here. See what we can get. Oop. Y-wing down. Let's put more buzz droids on. Cleaned him off. Let's cleanse the slow. Get another vulture. I should have targeted Wedge with that. That was my mistake. All right. Come on. Let's heal up. Get some turn meter. Let's go back on Wedge. Got that. This will give him foresight, but fine. Gotta do what we gotta do. Let's just target that. Yeah, that's the way it's supposed to work. Let's put this on this vulture over here for no reason. Okay. 67. So we're able to pull it out. And then here, we've got Mace Windu with a 1-star resistance X-Wing level 1. Don't think that's going to be good for a win. Don't think that's going to be good for a win. Yeah, I'm actually going to have to put some effort into Mace. We're going to have to get ourselves to the point where we can have either 4 better fleets or, a cleanup fleet of some kind. I'm in the same spot for my alt 2.5 million and not ready for 4 fleets. I got to start losing and get bumped back to 1v1 on ships. Yeah. Well, I mean, it is what it is, right? So we'll keep working on ships. We'll keep building it up. I've got a plan. In my update this week, we're going to talk about the plan for fleets. Honestly, I'm only planning to add 2 more ships. And if I'm going to add 2 more ships to the Loquitur account, guys, you got to tell me. If any 2 ships that I could add, what ships do you think, in the current game, in the current meta, current situation, what 2 ships should I add? We'll see what you guys come up with. What ships should I add? Razor Crest 7 stars, add that right away. Thanks, guys. That would be a great move. I'd love to do that. Millennium Falcon, maybe. Imperial Bomber. We've got the Imperial Bomber. Check us out. 6 stars. We're like 3 shards away from 7 on the TIE Bomber. Oh yeah, pilotless ships. Yep. Add the Executor. I've got all the pilotless ships, guys. They're not done yet, but I'm working on all of them already. So we can't say them because even the Rebel Y-wing, we've almost got to 7 stars. So we got all of them underway in some way. Where's the BTLB? Where's the BLT? There it is. No, that's not it. Oh, there it is. There's the BTL. We still got a ways to go on that one yet too, but pilotless ships are all in my current farming plan. IG-2000, if you have the Relic 7 Marauder, maybe Sith Bomber. You got Rex's ship ready to go? I do. I have Rex's ship completely ready to go. Yep. Darth Treya says, don't forget the lightsabers. So Blessed Carrot says IG 2000. How about increases on TIE Fighter pilot gear? That ship is nasty, makes your capital ship extremely fast. We're working on the TIE Fighter pilot. What I'm trying to do right now is buy the pilot himself out of the fleet shop. So he shows up uncommon or rare in the fleet shop, and we've been able to buy almost all of his shards out of the fleet shop without having to spend Cantina currency on leveling him up or getting him stars. Certainly we can work on his skills. I'll do that next week. I'll bump up his skills next week, and we'll get this ship a little better. Now, guys, if I'm going to add 2 more ships, the only thing that makes sense is Xanadu Blood and IG 2000, because those are going to be requirements for Millennium Falcon if I want that. They're going to be for Executor if I want that. It makes the most sense to add those bounty hunter ships, because even for Finalizer, if we want to go for Finalizer, we could, even if you don't go for the SLKR build, I like the Finalizer fleet so much, guys. I would build the Finalizer fleet even if I didn't go SLKR. I still may do that. So we'll get these ships unlocked, and they're good ships. And then once we get the BTL good enough to put in the Galactic Republic Fleetman Negotiator, that frees up this Houndstooth. Then we can have kind of a Houndstooth, IG, Xanadu with the Boba Fett reinforcement. And we could put that on defense, because, anything with the Houndstooth on defense is already a problem. So we can separate that out. So that's my plan. We'll try to get that worked out. Get that BTL at 6-star, and then we can swap out for the Houndstooth. That's my thought. And Cad Bane's going to be relicked anyway for the Kenobi journey. And I think he's a shop character, right? He's Squad Arena. Where do we find him? Yeah, Squad Arena store. So we can build him out of the Squad Arena store without too much trouble. All right, that's what I'm looking at. Xanadu Blood keeps annoying me when someone else brings it in as a reinforcement. I just keep thinking to put it on my list. Yeah, the IG 2000. Yep. Relic that boss. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Which capital ship with the bounty hunters? Probably Tarkin. I need the Chimera at this point, right? I mean, I hate to say it, but it would actually be nice to have the Chimera, because then I could have my Empire fleet with Tarkin. Actually, probably if I do build the bounty hunter stuff, it probably has to go with the Endurance, right? With Mace's ship, because I'm going to need the Tarkin for the Empire fleet, and we're going to need Home 1 as whatever cleanup fleet we have for leftovers. So that would give us a Mace with bounty hunters and the Negotiator on defense, and then a good Malevolence fleet where I could put some Geos in, and then the Empire fleet with, maybe a couple good reinforcements. So just keep picking away at it, guys. Just keep picking away at it. At what point do you need 6 fleets? I think they should require 6 fleets in Kyber. I think 6 fleets in Kyber would be just fine. Because on my main account, I feel like I could field 6 fleets. I don't think that's an issue. Now, granted, the 3rd fleet on defense would be pretty awful, and the 3rd fleet on offense would be pretty awful, but I'd be comfortable with 6 fleets. Yeah. Especially when we get the new capital ship, right? If the Ravager comes to the game, or if they make a light side capital ship that's like Executor, 6 fleets in Kyber. 6 fleets would kill the game mode. I like fleets. I don't know, guys. There's a lot of people that don't like fleets. I think the ship's part is fun. I enjoy it. the reason why a lot of people don't like ships is because there's no mods, right? There's no way to differentiate your own ships from other people's ships. So every good Vader is 190 speed. Every good, capital ship with a Relic 9 Piet is 192. I mean, everything's the same. And then it comes down to RNG coin flip, who goes first, and people don't like that. People want some way to differentiate their characters from other characters so that at least they feel like they've got a good build or a bad build. And ships kind of takes that away from you. So it's much, much more linear than the character battles, but I still think it's fun. Well, guys, you want story time? You want story time? I got a story lined up for you guys today. So we'll do story time, and then we'll get into the main account GAC. You guys ready? Man, I don't see anything in chat. I don't think people want a story today. Maybe we'll just skip it. We'll see. Until all the fleets have a full roster, it would decimate building counters. Lol is ready for story time. All right. We've got one person. Oh, Blessed Carrot's on board too. Story time. Story time, Joey DeGoat says, Griff. Story time, here we go. All right. We got a little bit of excitement. All right, so I'm going to tell you guys about a life-changing event, something that happened to me probably, it's got to be almost 20 years ago now, and really reframed the way I think about a lot of things. And I mean, to start the story, I'll tell you that at the time I was pretty early in my career. I wasn't a supervisor or a manager yet. I've never had those responsibilities at that point, but I wanted to, and I was trying to make a good impression. I worked 5 years at the first company that I worked for, and then I took a different job, moved to a different company, and I got along really good with the boss at that company. I worked with him for 10 years, and he supported me and helped me, and I owe a lot of my career to him, so that's where I was working. But I was only a couple years into my stint there, and I was working a lot of hours. My boss had given me it wasn't the 17 objective year yet, right? It was still before that. But my boss had given me a bunch of really tough projects to do, and it was the kind of thing where it just took time. You just had to make a change on one thing, and then just grind through 54 iterations of different products that needed the same change, but everything was in a little different way, and you had to do it in electronic recipes. You had to do it within the control system. Then you had to follow up with the paperwork, and it was hours of just grinding through for every one. And then you had 54 to do, so you're looking at like 200 hours worth of work, and just tedious, just getting it done. Then he comes in and he says, okay, can we have this done by the end of the month? And it's just living at work, right? And I think I'd worked something like 70, 72 hours that week, and worked Saturday, and just grinding through this stuff, trying to get it done. And I was feeling a bit miserable. So I actually got out a spreadsheet, and I calculated my hours based on my salary, and I figured out, like, what if I was getting paid hourly for the amount of hours that I just worked, like, what would my salary be? So I back calculated it, and I was making like $7.40 an hour for that week of work. And the operators were making like $24 an hour, and minimum wage at the time was like, I don't remember, like $9.75 or something like that. So I wasn't even making minimum wage. And I don't know why I calculated it. I don't even know why I did it, but it made me miserable. And I was feeling sorry for myself. And I have seen this happen to a lot of people since then. It's a common thing I think that happens to people from time to time, is they're doing what they think they need to do, but they're not happy about it. So one day I was sitting out there, and I was working, just working through it. And one of the operators came in, and asked me why I was looking so surly. So I told him. I said, yeah, I calculated up my salary and I'm making no money, and, boss is making me do this, and, oh, poor me. Now, the operator that came in, I have to describe this guy too, because he's a fun part of the story. Now, this guy, he was about 6'3", I think, probably weighed about 240 pounds, and he looked like Arnold Schwarzenegger, just stacked, muscular, had a big handlebar mustache, wore leather vests all the time, rode a motorcycle. So this 6'3" bodybuilder looking biker guy, right? Now, that never judge a book by his cover, because that's what this guy looked like. But he was a devout Christian. He would talk to you for an hour about how cute his cat was. Like, the guy was just totally different than his appearance. But yeah, he was a big presence, right? When he was like standing over you, looking down at you, he was a pretty intimidating guy. But he said, "No, quit your complaining. You're here because you want to be here." And I just looked at him, and I said, "Man, I don't want to be here. I want to be anybody but here. I lived here last week. I'm living here again this week. My boss wants this stuff done by the end of the month. It's crazy." And he said, "Well, go home. Just go. Bye. See you later." And I'm like, "I can't go home. I got to stay on track for this. I got to finish this." He said, "I don't see anybody standing here with a gun to your head. I don't see anybody making you do it." And I said, "Well, if I don't do it, then I'll miss my deadline." And he said, "Yeah, so what? If you don't want to be here, you can go home. Get up out of the chair, get in your car, drive home. See you later." Now, I wanted to argue with this guy, right? I wanted to argue with him because, you can't just walk away from your responsibility and go home. But he wasn't saying that I should. He was just saying that I could. So I had to take one final shot at him, and I said, "Man, I could get fired for doing something like that." And I still remember his next line. He said, "Look, in your entire life, you will only ever do what you want to do." And I said, "Well, that can't be true. I'd love to be in Florida on the beach right now." And he said, "No, you don't. You don't. If you wanted to be in Florida on the beach, you would get in your car, you would drive down to Florida, and you would be on your beach. There's nothing stopping you from going. Nothing. If that's what you wanted, you would go." And man, I was got. I tell you. So probably for the next week, maybe even 2 weeks, I was just trying, I kept trying to find some way to chink in this logic and to tell this guy that he was wrong. And the first thing that came to my mind is violent crime. Like, people who get raped don't want to be raped, right? So there is definitely a thing here where there is some circumstances where you don't, in fact, get to do what you want to do. But that was it. That is all I could come up with. And the more I started thinking about it, the more I thought he was right, that the reason I didn't drive to Florida, I wanted a house, I wanted a car. That's what I really wanted. And if I didn't have an income, if I didn't have a job, if I didn't have that stability, then I wouldn't have a car, I wouldn't have a house. So it wasn't that I wanted to go to work, it's that I wanted all of the other things that work afforded, and I wasn't willing to just give all that up to drive to Florida and go hang out on the beach. So the more I thought about it, the more I thought, man, this guy's right. And then, to do the honorable thing, I went back in and talked to him again, and I said, "Jim, you're right." And we probably had, a good 2-hour long conversation after that, just on, how it had impacted him when he finally realized that. And guys, it changed my mindset so much I can't even explain it, because it went from this thing where my boss was making me do all this, I wasn't getting paid enough money, just all of this stuff. And when I thought about it in realistic terms and about what I want to do, I want a promotion. I want to show the boss that I can be somebody someday. I want to show him that I'm reliable, that I can do more than people expect. I want to show him those things. And it wasn't about the money. It was about the next job. It was about trying to get the promotion. It was about trying to impress people and show him that I really could do it by the end of the month. Now, after I worked for my boss for 10 years, I can tell you this. He didn't really need it by the end of the month. He just thought, let's hurry it up. Let's get it done. Let's get it in the books and move on to the next project. Can you have it by the end of the month? And if I would have looked him straight in the eye and said, no, you can't have it by the end of the month. I'll get it for you at the end of next month. He probably would have went, oh, okay, right? But I didn't know to stand up for myself back then. So I said, yeah, sure, I can have it done. But Jim was right. That's the operator's name. He was absolutely right. I was doing it because I wanted to impress the boss. And any given time, I could have just got up and walked out, got in my car, and went home. That was a choice that I had. And it really changed my mindset. Then and in the future, at some point, I got into a big argument with my boss like 10 years later. And it was just some stupid little thing. And he said, why did you do this way? And you're going to be in all kinds of trouble for this, and whatever. It was. I didn't break any rules or do anything unethical. I just hadn't asked his permission to do it, and it was a stupid thing. And knowing you only ever do what you want to do, I just told him. I said, hey, if you don't approve of the expense, then don't pay my expense report, and I'll pay it out of my checking account. And who cares? If you want to fire me. I'll go get a different job. Like it just took all of the threat of, I could fire you. Yeah, you can. You could fire me. I'll just leave. I'll go somewhere else. It'll be fine. So it's funny how just these little moments, if you really let them sink in. And I wasn't going to, guys. I tell you, I was very resilient to his idea. And I think at that point in my life, I wasn't as open to bringing information in and making it valuable to myself. I wasn't very good at taking feedback. And I think the reason why I chewed on that for so long was more because I wanted to prove him wrong. I wanted to tell him, here's some logic. But that failed. That failed, and he was right, and it was a good lesson. So what do you guys think of the story? What does that mean to you? Have any of you all had one of those moments where you felt like somebody was making you do something you didn't want to do? And, maybe in the future you can reframe that, because you really do have a choice, You have a choice. That's a legendary coworker. Deserve the story. Have you had a conversation with him about the story? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I like I said, I told him he was right. We had a long conversation about it. And, in the years to come, we had more conversations about it. And he knew that he'd helped me. But again, he was such a good Christian guy that it was just in his nature to try to help people. So, he didn't expect anything back out of it other than just trying to share the knowledge and spread the word, I'm about to use this logic on my math teacher the next time she assigns 3 hours of homework. Right. But see, that's the thing. You have the choice to do those 3 hours of homework or not. If you don't do the 3 hours of homework, you have the consequences of the bad grade. But it's your choice. You can choose to do the homework, or you can choose to have a bad grade. And I think you choose to do the homework, right? You choose to do it because you want to get smarter. You want to pass the class. You want the degree. You want all of the things that has to offer. So you're doing it. It's your choice to do it. That's the message. It's not walk away from your responsibility. It's not, going back to my 1600 sentence stories. It's not walk away from your accountability. It's just understand that you're doing that because you choose to. You're not being made to do it by your teacher. You choose to get a diploma. You choose to get good grades. It's your choice to make it through school, get the diploma, and double your income. If you look at the total earnings of somebody with and without a degree, with a good degree, you can more or less double your lifetime income. You take a 4-year delay up front, but after that, it pays back within a couple years. So get the degree, do what you got to do. Or if it's high school, get through high school, get into college, get through college. You got to do it. You gotta invest in yourself. Blessed Carrot says, I have a similar story. Nice. I want to have a CLS team, Padme teams, but I can't because my choice is to have C first. Yes, that's right. You can't have all the things. Blessed says, when I was a new professor, I rewrote the class material, but better. Then all the old professors wanted me to rewrite theirs. Yeah, nice. And you get to decide whether you're going to do that. Blessed Carrot says, he was killing myself until a mate told me why I rewrite the materials. Just get a good textbooks and say no. Yeah, you got to find your way out of it, right? Insomniac, I was shown the door and it took 4 years. Oh, I got to experience the other side of that concept. My boss came to me and said, we need you to go out of the country for 6 weeks. No. Okay, then we need you to go for 4 weeks for somewhere else. No. I was shown the door and it took 4 years to find a job in my field again. Still glad that I did it. Yeah. That's rough, man. That's rough. It's moments like that I'm glad I'm still in high school and not looking for a professional job. Andre Posadi says, I spent most of my younger times at the beach in California, and real life came really fast to take its toll. Yeah, without income and stability, it's hard to get what you want. I mean, you do want the security of just stuff, the home, the car, your own bed, a TV, a new computer when your computer keeps crashing on you. Accepting that you have agency is the first step in accepting that you control what happens in your life. Big proponent of that, says Frank Vanetti. Yeah, that's a good word. Agency is a good word. I like that. Agency is the ability to influence or affect change or something like that, right? So you have the agency to control your life. You have that capability, that control. You don't get to dictate the variables, but you get to choose everything that happens after that. Joey DeGoat says it's a beautiful story. Hey, thanks, Joey. Everett Morell says, I have a friend that always complains about not having money. He's done this for the last decade. He still doesn't get it. I told him every time, what are you going to do about it? He just shrugs it off. Strides says, any crashes today? No, not yet. Not yet. No crashes yet. Now watch, as soon as I click a button, it's going to go down hard. I used to feel that way about my contractors. I'm a drywall contractor. I'd operate out of fear of making them mad and never giving me jobs again. Blessed Carrot says you're a library of good stories. Yeah, let's talk about the contractor thing, right? So customer satisfaction is a big thing. And I think, independent contractors, I'll go into another story now. I mean, I got to talk about one word, the concept of craftsmanship. And when you guys heard me tell a story about my grandfather before. My grandfather was a piece of work. He was a very good businessman, not a very good family man, but in the ways of taking responsibility, doing a good day's work, making money for yourself. I mean, he had those kinds of lessons. And one of the things he talked about in industry, he did a lot of road construction, gravel work, sod, all kinds of stuff in his lifetime. And he said that people were losing the idea of craftsmanship. And that was his biggest pet peeve. Like, if you're going to do a thing, anything worth doing is worth doing in a way that you would accept the result yourself. If you're going to go resod some guy's lawn, it has to look like a lawn that you would want. If you're going to build a chair, you have to build a chair with craftsmanship. It has to hold together. It has to look good. But people lose that sense of craftsmanship because they're not making a chair. They're making somebody else's chair, and they don't care, right? So if you're putting up drywall, and you just put up drywall like it's your own, and you leave a fit and finish that would be acceptable in your own home, you're going to get called back for contract after contract after contract. Just that little bit of extra time that you might spend on just enough craftsmanship that it's good enough for you is the difference between a good job and garbage. And I preach that to the guys at work. I've had people come up and say, what can I do to get ahead? Like how can I get the next job and the next job? I want to get promoted. I've been here 4 months. I'm ready to start learning the next job. I want to move up. And that's the speech that I give them. Come to work, care, just a little bit. Care about the product you're making, care about the other people around you, and you'll fly right ahead of everybody because there's just so many people that don't. They don't give one little bit of care about the work that they do. So yeah, contractor work, man, just have a little bit of craftsmanship and there will always be work for you. I believe that. And you'll have 5 stars on Yelp, you'll have the best reviews. All right, story time part 2. Yeah. Love Machine says, I used to feel that way about contractors. And then he said, one of them made me so mad. I told him, if you can't accept my schedule, then hire someone else. Nice. That is the Crafts Machine, yeah. He called me a week later and said, take your time. Perfect. That's perfect. That's what we want, right? Darth Loquitur, the other lesson from your story, halfway through that first week, going to the boss and saying that you were wrong and need more time. So many junior engineers can't admit that they were wrong. Insomniac, that's a good point. That's a huge point. And I tell you, now that I'm in the other set of shoes, right, as the leader, I've said before to people, when can I have it? And they'll say, what do you mean? And I'll say, when can I have it? I want to know. This is a good plan. I like it. I agree with it. I'm going to fund it. We'll spend the money. When can I have it? And people will make a commitment and they'll be like, I can have that for you by the end of February. And I'll challenge it from my side. And I'll say, really? You can have it by the end of February. Is that what you think I want to hear? Or can you really deliver this by the end of February? And make them rethink it, because Insomniac, you're exactly right. People have a hard time. I had a hard time in that role saying no to my boss. So as the boss, I try to draw that out of people and say, you can say no. You can give me a realistic timeline. Let me know. But then once you say what that timeline is, I'm holding you to it, right? You don't get to, you don't get to, I need some time to think about it. Okay. I'll ask you again tomorrow when I can have it and you'll have an answer for me, But yeah, if you find yourself in those positions, just go have a person-to-person conversation and just say, hey, some stuff we need to talk about. And most people, most bosses, most logical people are going to be willing to listen to it and go, oh, okay, well, what's the new timeline and what does that look like for me? The only thing that I would say is if the boss already made commitments to the next level up, then you might be stuck with that timeline anyway. Yeah, I've done that before too, where my boss has given me an objective and then I work it with the team and then, hey, we need another week on that. We don't have another week. I promised it by the end of this week. We're going to get it by the end of this week, Buckle down, boys. So there is that pressure too. And of course, I could go back to my boss and just do the same thing up the chain. But it has to end somewhere, and sometimes you just need to get it done. Loyalty and respect is what when I run my business off of. I've spent the last 8 months working without a day off to make sure my customers get their orders on time or early. That's great. Nice. After 21 years of working for others, I decided to open my own business. Best decision I ever made. That's awesome. Drucifer. That's great. Okay, but what exactly is engineering? It's something I've always heard of, but never knew what it is. Engineering is a mindset about math, facts, decision making, and design. So if you're a mechanical engineer, then you're going to be trying to figure out how to build things, how to install new equipment, how to take something that, a standard piece of gear manufactured by, some company, bring it into a factory, make it work in your process, make the parts it's supposed to, program it, Some machines need tooling. Maybe you calculate and figure out and design the tooling for the machine. So it's a lot of math and science and problem solving. Engineering is all about problem solving. Yep. I guess that's the best generic description I could give of it. If you hate math, don't do engineering. Everett Merrill says, only customer I ever had to cut off my product was because they disrespected me. Interesting. Engineering nowadays is mostly paperwork and documentation. Paperwork? What's paper? Paperwork. Oh, that's what we used to have back when things were on paper. I'm trying to get my office completely paperless. Like why would you ever save a paper copy of a document when you can scan it, save it electronically according to all the necessary rules, throw that piece of paper away and never have to find it again? I don't want to keep any records in paper, but it is a lot of record keeping for sure. Yep. When in doubt, cup solo. TK says, when I first started with my current company, I was doing a pipe run, a bunch of 2-inch electrical conduit. The boss came in at the end of the day and told me it was taking too long. I told him it wasn't. How long it takes me is how long it takes to do it right the first time, and it's going to look right. He never questioned me again and kept me around for 5 years. TK, I will say I have worked with electricians, both that worked for me and as contractors. And I had one guy that worked for me that he would take a long time to do stuff. You'd set him up on a job that you think should take a couple hours, and it would take him a day and a half. But if you opened up a circuit box that this guy had worked in, like he would take all the wires and run them along the edge of the box and wire tie them down. It looked like a circuit board inside the box. You never had to worry about tracing the wires or opening it up and finding this big, snake's nest of wires that comes out at you. Every connection was perfect. Every wire was run in a logical way. The labels were all on there. I mean, he did things right, and never worked with another guy since then that did it like him. And I would take him in a heartbeat, even though he took forever to do the work. Man, you knew the craftsmanship was there, right? You knew that when it was done, no questions asked, it was done right, it was documented right, it was laid out, it was perfect. I respect that, TK. I respect that a lot. Insomniac says, I'm a mechanical test engineer. It's problem solving at a base level. We need to test this part. How are we going to do that? Nice. Yeah, cool. TK says, quality takes a few more minutes. That's right. That's right. Yeah. And there's a graph that I use for decision making too. And I'll say this, and then we'll get on to this grand arena. So imagine the decision making as a graph, right? So on one axis of the graph, you have the quality of the decision that you're going to make. And on this axis of the graph, you have the amount of time it takes to commit to that decision. So if you find out something and you make a decision instantly, the quality of that decision is going to be very low. If you start gathering facts, your decision quality increases. If you take a few days to gather all the facts, your decision quality gets really good. And then eventually, if you talk to enough people and gather enough information and take a few weeks to think about it, your decision's really good. Well, if that decision is what part to make today, making the decision in 2 weeks is completely useless, right? The decision has no value at all. So the amount of time that it takes, people think the quality of the decision goes up as time goes on, but the truth is the usefulness of the decision goes down as time goes on. So the quality goes up, but the usefulness goes down. And within a very short period of time, for most decisions, you have to gain enough information to make a good decision, but you have to make it quickly enough that it's still useful. So, yeah, I like that idea that doing it right takes just a little bit more time. Sometimes making a decision better takes just a little bit more time. But I think we've all been in that scenario where we're waiting forever for a decision, and by the time we finally get it, it's way too late. Way too late. Yeah. So the decision-making matrix. Gather enough data to make a reasonably good decision, make it, stick to it, get on with it. get paralyzed by analysis. Just 2 more graphs. All we need to do is look up data for 2 more graphs. Nope. Need a decision now. Let's get going. Not too much data. All right. There's been too much talk. Need to get into Grand Arena. Let's get to it. Blessed Carrot says, Daniel Kahneman talks about fast and slow systems. The fast system is often flawed. Another good one was not to prioritize based on urgency. Yeah. So urgency is different than importance. There's some things that are important. There's some things that are urgent, but not everything that's urgent is important. Masterclass. All right, we're facing KOD-OD1 from the remnants of Order 66. I don't know if that means the remnants of the Jedi that were left over or the remnants of the clones that were executing Order 66. I'm not sure which side he's on. This symbol looks kind of evil, so I'm going to guess that he's the bad guys. Look, it's some kind of skull. All right, what do we got here? 7.1 million galactic power, so I'm fighting up by about 800,000. 2.8 in ships, 4.2 in characters, about the same in ships, tons more in characters. In his arena, we don't see the Executor right away, so that's good. That's fun. We've got a Ray team over here. We got the Ray Jedi team in arena at rank 61. So over here, we've got Ray's Millennium Falcon, all kinds of relic ships up here. We've got Ray, so we're expecting a Raddus fleet of some kind. So here we've got the Raddus finished out to 7 stars. We've got the Finalizer, Malevolence, Negotiator, all 4 of these other capital ships backing it up. So good fleets, but no Executor. So that's nice. Gives us a little bit of an advantage in fleets. Galactic Legend-wise, got 3 of them, Rey, SLKR, and Luke. We got General Skywalker in here as well. And this account is pretty much, the formula of things which you need to get those characters. We do have the Commander Ahsoka Tano in here. I think we've got both the Jango and the Zam Omicron to look for in here as well. Kenobi's only Relic 4. That's interesting. Most people take that Kenobi up to Relic 8 for fleet. Holdo, Rex, Veteran Smuggler. This is all stuff from Prerex. IG-11 at Relic level. That's interesting. Imperial Probe Droid, Relic 2. Nice. And then just a bunch of other stuff below that. So not any, big curveballs in here. We do have a Relic Triumvirate as well. So that's good. Probably be on offense, I imagine. So with this setup, I feel like we're going to try our defensive tactics. And we're going to go heavy on defense. And in fact, I put 2 Galactic Legends right up front. We just threw the Ray down. We threw the whole game away. Goodbye. See you later. Their GLs and your GLs make this one a nice matchup. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I may have made a mistake by throwing down 2 Galactic Legends. If they put 2 Galactic Legends on defense, we might have a problem. But then they're going to have a problem too, because they've only got 1 on offense. Then, yeah, they're going to have 2 to deal with. Okay. I'm using a new emulator today, guys. Instead of reloading BlueStacks, I went with the Mimu emulator, so I'm using a different emulator. And I think I have some of the settings. I set it all the way down to using 1 core, which is really bad performance. But I've got to try something to keep the stream up and running, so I'm sacrificing my emulator performance potentially for the idea that the stream is not going to crash today. So that's the trade-off we got going on here, so I apologize for these little glitches, but I'm really trying to work to give you guys a quality stream and keep it up and running. So we'll do that. All right, so both both my GLs down up front. We also committed to the Grievous team here and this Fin Poe team that's been doing good. So there's nothing too free in that zone. And then over here, CLS, the Zam team, the Qui-Gon team, and another full Relic Bounty Hunter team. So we just tried to put up a wall of stuff. So even if he brings 2 Galactic Legends, he's going to have to pair them up against my 2 Galactic Legends, maybe. Or maybe he's got a good counter with gas or something against my SLKR. But, hopefully that'll soak up his GLs, and then, he's got some other stuff to deal with. So that'll make, this Qui-Gon team and this Zam team a little better. And then the CLS team, I don't know. I just felt like putting another big team down, so I put them there. We'll see soon if that was a mistake. And then we put these fleets here. So I think that the opponent may have to decide which one of these 2 front zones to take. I'm hoping that there's enough defense between these 2 zones that he's going to have to decide which one to take. All right, so he put down 2 Galactic Legends as well. We have Rey, and we have the SLKR. So that may be me stuck to 2 zones as well. Interesting. All right, this is a Nestable. This is Grievous. Deal with that with our normal team. With the Jedi Knight Revan. Over here we do have gas to deal with. Padme. Geos. And then his Qui-Gon Jinn team here with the Omicron. So we have similar defenses, except he's got gas, which I really don't have a good answer for now that I left all that stuff on defense. Yikes. Yeah, I haven't seen gas on defense in a long time. Everybody's been taking it on offense. Wow. I think we just play for 2 zones. I think we put C up against this and just, clear that out. I feel like we can work our way through this with 1 or 2 teams. Padme with Cat, huh? What do we got there? Padme with Cat. Maybe our own Padme team? But our Padme team is Padme Bad Batch because we put the Qui-Gon team on defense. What else do I have for Grievous? Grievous is in this zone, right? Do I have Beskar? No, I put Beskar on defense too. Okay, guys, so this team, this Grievous team, does not have BB-8. Does that mean that I can Bad Batch this team? And do I need to put the full Bad Batch team in here? Or can I do Padme and Bad Batch? Which is better? I feel like I could try just, maybe even just, nah, I think we need Padme in here. I think we need Padme with the Bad Batch, because I've only got 1 relic so far. I've got my Echo relic, but I didn't have him relic for this lock-in. Without BB-8, the Bad Batch is possible. Griff says it'll work. It works. Bad Batch works. Full Bad Batch with Omega would be ideal. The full Bad Batch is better than the Padme version. EP Vader works against Padme if you go first. EP Vader works against Padme. Okay. Okay. So we're going to try Bad Batch here. We'll save this. We'll nest that if we need to. So we're going to experiment then. Vader here. So how do we get this to work with Vader? We need to fracture Kenobi. Is that true? Is it true that we have to fracture Kenobi? 318. So she'll go first. I don't think even with 5 characters, I don't think I can go first here. Without the Anakin, I could almost do Geos, couldn't I? And just attack out of turn all the time on Kenobi, and then every time I have to execute on Spy, just kill somebody. Huh. How fast is my Vader? My Vader's like 248 or something. He's just shy of 250, I think, in this current build. Got him for offense. Yeah, 249. So he has decent mods, but not the best. 24 speed there, 15, 14. Only 11 speed there. That's pretty awful. 12. And then, of course, speed up there. So he's got pretty mediocre mods. He's kind of been dummied down. I gave away his mods to other characters. But he's always been able to do what I need him to do. Like he's not a slacker. I can do Triumvirate, right? Can't we do Triumvirate? Does Triumvirate still work with Cat? Does Cat stop this? I mean, she'll get an Annihilate off on somebody, but oh well, right? It's not that big of a deal. Maybe we can make her Annihilate Scion. Does this work against Padme? $249 plus 56 plus 24. Should go first. Do you want them for Geos? I mean, Vader beats Geos super clean. I can just do EP and Vader and just be done with those Geos. Triumvirate should still work. Definitely want Thrawn for safety. Isolate GK. Fracture Cat. Alright. Let's do that. Without the damage from Anakin, this team does not feel as threatening. Alright, let's try this Triumvirate. I feel pretty good about this. I feel like it's a decent option. Alright, there goes Cat. There goes Traya. There goes Nihilus. Too many turns, these guys. Cat's killing herself. Alright, let's get rid of some of this stuff. Isolate this Kenobi. We'll put that on Nihilus just in case. Let's get rid of Cat or little Ahsoka if we can. They hit Traya pretty hard there. Need to try to get some pain over here. Alright, let's see what cooldowns we can work on here. Traya out. It's more damage than we wanted for sure. Alright, we gotta get held by hatred here, guys. We're not getting it. I think I just gotta annihilate him because with that with Traya gone, we're not going to get the isolate anymore, so that goes badly for us. And we lose the ability to get rid of those stuns too. That's unfortunate. Alright, get some pain going. She should have the annihilate up soon. So what we're going to try to do... Nah, we returned too late. We returned too late with that. So if Scion got the... oh, man. Courage stacks. Yeah, didn't get it. I think you forgot Thrawn. Oh, I was supposed to take Thrawn in with the triumvirate? Oh, yeah, you said isolate and then kick Cat. Oh. 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 Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Wasn't paying attention, guys. That's my fault. My bad. My fault. We can clean this up with somebody. I'm experimenting today, guys. I'm experimenting. I didn't want to fail that. I should have taken in Thrawn and we would have been fine. You guys are right. You guys are right. You even said fracture Thrawn. I even read it off a chat and I didn't put Thrawn in there. It's no good. All right. Well, we could take in Mon Mothma. Too many attacks out of turn, though. That'll go badly for us. Geos could be a thing. All right. Let's take care of some of this other nonsense first. What do we want to do against Qui-Gon? I think we had a thing with Vader here, right? So we were able to use Vader to get through this. Is there any way to control this with troopers? Can I control Anakin? I can't control Anakin with the troopers. Well, let's use Vader on this one. Vader goes first. We will ability block Anakin. If Thrawn goes, then we can fracture Anakin. Does fracture stop the fracture doesn't stop the bonus turn, does it? Does he still get his turn even if he's fractured? In that case, we just try to get Vader to go first, ability block him, pass the turn back over, force crush, cull him, he does a basic, we can immediately attack him again, ability block him again, and then deal with these guys. Fracture stops the bonus turn. Anakin will do the special first. AI is pretty stupid. You can use troopers against Qui-Gon Jinn. Plus you have a chance to ability block JKA with Veers. Vader and Thrawn sounds pretty good. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it with Vader. Thrawn and the boys. And try to get a nice clean win out of this. We need one more to make Vader go fast. We'll do this. Just to make him go fast enough. So then he'll go first. Thrawn will give him the turn back. Or should I just fracture? Should I just go with Vader and then fracture? Night Sisters can work on Geos. So if I get him first, then we can do just the ability block. Or should I fracture? Should I just hit him, wait, fracture, come back around to it, and then do it? I don't know, guys. I don't know the proper sequence here. Ability block and then pass the turn, or ability block and then fracture? Probably ability block and then fracture and just let these guys soak some hits. Okay, that's what we're going to do. That's what we are going to do. Then we'll try to get some stuns and we'll see what we can manage. Do a basic on old Ben so he doesn't taunt or ability block you. Okay. So this is the question, because, I mean, I could force crush right here and just kind of, throw off, then pass it over with Thrawn and then start doing stuff. But let's just ability block him and then fracture him. And then old Ben can go ahead and do his thing. That's fine. Ability block him again. And now we'll start working on Qui-Gon. Now we got to get over to old Ben. Okay. Now Anakin's not fractured and also not ability blocked. He's not anything. So none of what I wanted to do did a darn thing for me. I'll do that. And do this. And we'll do this. Then we'll do this. And then just hit him again. Too much damage now. Good gravy. Yeah. I think we're going to throw this now. Got to fracture him just to get that under control. We're going to have foresight on all this stuff. Do that. Just try to live through with Vader. Merciless Massacre again. We will put it on Plo for the Force Crush. Get rid of all that stuff. Then let's hit Anakin. And let's hit over here. Let's hit over here. Call him, and Anakin will get mad again. Everybody's got foresight again. Yeah, the sequence just didn't work out for me to do with the fracture. I should have just done the Force Crush, got rid of the foresights, just passed the turn over, went into Merciless Massacre. It would have been kind of the same thing from the first round. Should have culled Anakin. We didn't have debuffs on Anakin. We didn't have enough stuff to... If we would have culled Anakin before we killed Qui-Gon, that wouldn't have done any good, right? You can't kill him. Can't kill him. All right. Well, I'm not exactly sure how to get that to work because it just took Vader too long to get back around to his second turn. Maybe should have just done the Merciless Massacre, done a basic attack on everybody, use the Force Crush to get rid of the foresights. Yeah. Getting all those foresights back is a problem. That's no problem to clean up now. The ability block from old Ben messed it up. Yeah, I mean, the question is, though, I mean, I could ability block Anakin or I could have ability blocked him. I guess I had to go into the Merciless Massacre right away and ability block both of them. But then I wouldn't be at Merciless Massacre on the second turn to get a kill on Qui-Gon. So if I did Merciless and then just immediately did the Force Crush on somebody and got rid of the Foresights, I don't need to Force Crush, right? I don't even need to get rid of the Foresights. I could just do, well, okay, so do Force Crush here. Basics on everybody. And then just, yeah, everybody would have been ability blocked. It would have got me around to the next turn. You know what needs to happen? Palpatine needs to go before Vader. If Palpatine was fast enough to go first, he could do the area effect, get rid of all of the Foresights, and then Vader could do a very normal Force Crush, Merciless Massacre sequence. We just need somebody fast enough to do an area effect before Vader. Interesting. I just got to keep my bounty hunter team on offense to take care of this stuff. Okay, the bounty hunter team has to come on offense. Because I could have dealt with this or with gas with the bounty hunter team. I was thinking about how different AP streams and DL streams are. AP was wearing his Slave Leia costume today. Nice. You were unable to spam specials, which prevented Thrawn from losing turn meter and keeping Fracture, so he got premature and prevented you from killing Qui-Gon with Vader and Merciless Massacre. So, yeah. Well, we got 3 things ability blocked. Bad Batch works like a charm if you've built them. Bad Batch works to kill Qui-Gon. You're saying Bad Batch works to kill the Qui-Gon Jinn? You need Mara Jade with EP, Vader, and Thrawn. I've got Mara Jade, but she's really low level. Yeah, so I guess she could be faster. Yes, the Bad Batch. They need to be built, but it requires specific speed tuning. It's the most consistent counter. Bad Batch is a hard counter. Oh man, why didn't you guys say that before I fought him? We've got the Bad Batch. I mean, I'm not saying they're built up great, but we got one relic and one guy at gear 12. It's not horrible. I'm not sure if that Bad Batch would have beat him, but we could have given it a try. All right, though, we're going to try Bad Batch on Grievous, right? Didn't we say we're going to try Bad Batch on Grievous? It's easy to make Echo fast enough. Blasio says I wasn't on the stream. All right, fair enough. All right, well, we can clean that up with just about anything, so we're leaving ourselves cleanups. Now with gas, we'll just do CWAT, right? And that should make this academic. We could probably even do C solo because they're a bunch of non-relict clones. But let's not take any chances. Let's just deal with this. Francisco says with Padme so it's safer. Griff told me not to use Padme. He said use full Bad Batch with Omega. So which do you guys think is better against Grievous? You're telling me that using Padme is better, and other people are telling me that just do the full Bad Batch with Omega. Which is better? Full Bad Batch versus Grievous. Alright. Okay, so in a lot of these battles, I don't even do the alt ever. Because it just allows me to finish with full protection if I play it right. So we'll just work on 5s. Then we'll get rid of Rex. And then we'll get rid of Arc. And then Echo. All right, come on, guys. Do your best. Do your thing. You were all deceived. You didn't even know that I had planted chips in your head. You didn't know it. I deceived you. Look, I'm deceiving you again. Anakin, you were deceived too. Look, you're deceived. You're deceived. And now I'll deceive you for full protection. 65, not horrible. Gas is out of the way. All right, what do we want to do against Geos? We got to do something against these Geos. What do we have that we've... What's a team that we've never used against Geos that would be something new and innovative? Does Lucifer take out Geos? I don't think I have ever tried to play Geos with Lucifer. What do you guys think of that matchup? Can Lucifer kill Geos? What do you think, guys? Geo counter? Think we can hand wave the Brute, get a turn meter train roll, and get some exposes going down on them? Night Sisters can work on Geos? Man, my Night Sisters are awful, man. Did I save my Night Sisters for... Let's see. Let's see if I even have... Yeah, here's my Night Sisters. This is my Night Sisters, Griff. You talk about Night Sisters and all the things that they can beat. We've got a relict old DACA and just trash. Just garbage Night Sisters. Just a decent DACA. Well, who do I use in the lead? Should I use Talzin lead or DACA lead or Asajj lead? What's lead? I've always used Talzin as the lead. This works. With a relic DACA, you can beat GG. Talzin lead. All right, well, here we go. The Gear 10 Acolytes looking mighty fine. Just spread the plague, let DACA build up max health. It feels sketch, but it'll work. All right. All right, we're going on faith here. Okay, let's see if we can get a stun. Take her into stealth. And then the Brute Alpha will immediately take her out of stealth. All right, you said get the plagues going, so here comes the plagues. Okay. I guess Spy decided he did not wish to be plagued. All right, and they cleansed all the plagues off. Okay. Let's do this. Get rid of their buffs. Get a stun again. Spy was out in the open. I should have taken advantage of that. Alright. Stun him up again. We'll do area effect. Okay. We're out of free reses now. Let's hit soldier this time. See what we can get done here. Get back in stealth. Talzin's going down. This guy's still got plague, so we can do a mass assist over here and have some fun. Alright. Come back. Don't want to do that yet. Okay, get into stealth again. Talzin down again. Do the area effect. Bring her back. Alright. Keeping the plague on him to keep the health going down. Oh, there she goes again. Okay. We want to keep him plagued, but we don't really want to kill him. He healed up. He got the health. Get out in the open. Bring Talzin back again. 2 minutes and 54 seconds. Use basics if only one is dead. 2 die, use the revive with Daka. Okay. Alright. So we'll wait for somebody else to die then. Do some basics. Alright. Keep going. Keep going. Here we go. Alright, Talzin's down again instantly. That's working out okay. He's going to get the brute back next turn if I don't watch it. Let's get rid of their buffs for now. Okay, got rid of the brute alpha. Alright, okay, so just doing the basics and having Talzin stand up, and that works. Okay. So we'll do that, we'll do this, we'll do that, and then we'll get Talzin back. 58 banners. Interesting. Okay. It wasn't horrible. Managed to do something. Alright. So, let's just get through these guys. Let's finish this off. What do we want here? Let's clean that up with Lucifer. We'll do it. We'll do it with Ray. Get Lucifer in here. We can't manipulate turn meter with Padme, though, can we? Nah, there's no turn meter manipulation at all with Padme. That makes that not such a good idea. Now, doesn't it? JTR fails on Padme since they can't lose turn meter. Yeah. Lol says, alright, I gotta head out. Luck on the GAC and hope your computer doesn't crash. Thanks, man. Asajj is ramped and now you won. Imperial troopers can punch through it with a relic dark trooper. Do we really want to use troopers? I guess we're not going to use them for something else. So we can do that. We can do that. Cat first or Padme first? I think we just kill Padme first, and once she's down, the rest of it's just a joke, right? Kill Padme first. Oh no. It's giving me the re-login thing. Please don't crash. Okay. Alright, let's Cat or Padme? Shock first for a quick kill. Let's do this on Cat. And shock first, huh? Alright. Everybody in. Okay. Dark Trooper, big damage. Then let's mass assist again over here on Tano. Oh man, those logins are making me super nervous. Get an assist, we'll give her protection up, but then Dark Trooper just says no. No. Go for Padme first. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Geo's here. You know what? We're going to save the Geos. We're going to save the Geos. We're going to try something wacky with the Geos just for funsies. Troopers or Rey? We got nothing else to use Rey on. Let's just get Rey in here. Should be an easy cleanup with Rey. I mean, if Rey can't clean this up, we got real problems then. That would be bad. Long live the Empire. Yeah, those troopers are fantastic. Wow, they had turn meter and we still went first? How does that even work? They had turn meter. Alright, well, we'll just hand wave Anakin. Put everybody on fire. Begin the nastiness. Kill Anakin first. Roll in their BB-8. Okay. Give Barriss the stick. Just... Oh. BB-8 gets him on a basic. Alright. Easy pickings. And let's go over here and take a look at this. This we're going to try Bad Batch on, right? We're going to experiment with the bad old batch. And you guys decided whole Bad Batch. Is there an order to these characters? Does it matter what order they go in? Is there any reason to mess with this order? They choose assists usually, right? I feel like there was somebody that was supposed to go in the last spot sometimes. Maybe it's that Wrecker is supposed to be in the bottom or something. Echo has to go first. Okay. Order doesn't matter, just speeds. Yeah, the speeds aren't very well tuned on this. The squad is not set up, right? So I just got them going, and then as each one's getting worked on for relics, then I got their mods addressed. So this is not going to be an ideal setup. It should be that Echo still will go first. I think he's still the fastest as we have it set up right now. 286, not very impressive. And then you got Tech. 231, ugh. All right, well, let's get in there. What are we doing with Omega? Is she just marking Grievous? What's the speeds on their team? Oh, no. 286. So their B1 is almost is the same speed as my Echo then. 286. Coin flip. Omega does her last special for turn meter and healing when it's her turn. Thomas Oliver says, wait. We're changing our mind. I think they might be too fast for this. She's there to give Wrecker Fury stacks. Is Is there any speed off the leadership? Max protection, potency, evasion, target lock. Okay, so we don't have him good enough yet. I mean, if we look at this character, I don't know if we'll be able to see him. We'll only see him as he's locked in here. But I've got him remodded now and relicked, and he's at 250. I'm sorry, 350 speed now. So he's up there where he should be, and 350 isn't that impressive. I mean, I still have a bunch of mod work to do on him. I don't even have all of his mods to 6 dot yet, but I think with 6 dots and slicing, I should be able to get him up around, 260. I'm hoping at least 260 something. 360. I keep saying 260, but 360. Wrecker will start with taunt. You have JKR, it might be safer. They should tank the B1 hit even if you lose the coin flip and be fine. The risk is killing a droid, and Omega and Tech might bite the dust because of their low gear. Yeah. Well, I'm not sure if we want to try it on a coin flip, but why not? Why not? I'm not looking to win this GAC anyway. I don't think we're going to win it, but let's experiment. Let's try it. Let's see how far we can get. Let's see. All right. Droideka rolled up into a ball. There we go. Now we can do the thing with the stuff. And then we just throw this grenade and go under stealth, right? I guess I should have confirmed this with you guys before we started, but I think we just get going with that. And then this one, stun on all enemies for 2 turns if he's furious. We just want to taunt for now, right? We just want to stomp. Okay. And then he needs to call somebody. Swap turn meter with her. And then you said she does the last one. Protection, defense, penetration. If Omega has crit chance up, then everybody else gains stuff. We'll do AoE. No defense up. Swap with Wrecker. Ah, gasp. Oh. We need defense up. Okay. What did I do wrong here, guys? This skill, all clone troopers gain defense up and tenacity up. That's what we want. Okay. Let's shoot the Droideka then. Let's get on B1 actually. Start throwing knives. Oof. Oof. We still got guys left. Come on. Wrecker versus Grievous. Let's have it. I tell you, this Grievous, this Wrecker's going nowhere. This dude is going nowhere. He is one tough hombre. This won't stick, right? Won't do anything. Oh, the buff immunity sticks. That's nice. Let's do a basic here. Do a basic here. Stomp. Get him. Get him, boys. Shake a droid at him. All right. This won't do anything. Makes me feel better doing it, though. All right, there we go. 55 banners. We got them, boys. Do Wrecker third for defense up. All right. Worked out decently nice. We got something. We got some kind of action going on. All right. So who knows? I've seen people in my chat talking about using Chief Chirpa lead with Geos against Galactic Legend Ray. So does anybody know the details of how... I mean, obviously you want full relic Geos, which I don't have, but does anybody know if there's any tricks or anything that that I need to know for that? Is there something special? I'm going to try it. I'm just going to throw it in there and lose, and I don't care. But we're going to give it a try. It'll be max banners with only 4 and no Omega. Well, if Bad Batch are a counter for Qui-Gon Jinn, then why would I ever be using them against Grievous? I'm going to be using them against Qui-Gon Jinn, right? Like Grievous can be killed by a bunch of stuff, but if Bad Batch really is the answer to Qui-Gon Jinn teams, then Bad Batch are always going to be fighting Qui-Gon Jinn when he's on defense. We're not ever going to do something else. I would think. Doesn't work against all Ray teams. From what I understand, Relic Spy is the only thing required. I haven't done it myself, though. Whenever you get new teams, how do you figure out their turn order and mechanics? Go on YouTube and find somebody who did a video on it and study it. And then you put that into practice and try it out with a bunch of different opponents and see if it works and tweak it. I mean, the order for the Bad Batch, if you read their skills, you know that you want Echo to go first and Tech to go second. Their skills make a lot of sense to go one after the other. Yep. Your Night Sisters can counter Grievous, I think. Wow. The Geos team only works against certain Ray comps. Okay, fine. It works against certain Ray comps, but he's got a standard all resistance Ray comp. There's nothing tricky there. There's no Cat. There's no Vandor to bring things back. There's nothing. It's just standard resistance stuff. I think that's more or less the simplest Cat team, or the simplest Ray team to beat, right? Everything else that you do would be harder than that, I would think. Night Sisters are a solid GG, just want a Relic, Asajj, and Daka, and then it's super safe. You want the Asajj Relic? All right. So this is Chirpa with a Zeta. All right. And then we put in Geos. And we skip Sunfac, right? We put in him. Soldier. Spy. Poggle. That's it, right? That's the ticket. Check Griff comment for 2 versus Ray. Drop Poggle and take Sunfac. No Poggle. Take Sunfac. Okay. So Sunfac goes in. Soldier goes in. And if that's the case, then we would actually want Sunfac first, then Soldier, then Spy, then Brood Alpha. Okay? Need to do swipe first turn with Spy. Try to time Spy swipe to kill Ray and not get damage immunity. If she gets to an ult, you're dead. Build up Spy damage with basics. Okay. What do you mean build up Spy damage with basics? I'm trying to understand what you're asking, what you're saying there. Build up Spy damage with basics. Build up Spy damage with basics. I'm not sure I understand that, Griff. What do you mean build up Spy damage with basics? What am I missing? So obviously if you do a basic attack and get the, the debuffs on or whatever, that helps. Spy gets stealth on a crit with basic. It's bugged, so it keeps getting an instance of stealth, which then gets dispelled when he does his special swipe. Oh. Okay. So when you ramp his damage up super high, the more he hits with his basic. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know that he had like some kind of crazy stacking stealth thing. Okay. All right. And then we try to time it so that we can execute Ray. I mean, do we just stay on Ray the whole time and ignore everybody else pretty much then? Clear the taunt off of Holdo if she gets it and just work Ray until she's like 70% life and then execute her? All right. So stay on Ray then. Okay, that's what we shall do. Chirp her down. Everybody down. Oh my goodness. All right. Oh God. Yep. Guess I need some other relics on this team. Oop. See ya. Yeah. Doesn't work if they all die right away. Needed a heal there. Yeah, but I've already lost 2 Geos, so I didn't think a heal was going to get it. I got to speed up the Geos for this to work, it seems. Yeah. All right. Well, we talked about it anyway. We got to chat about it. All right. This is finalizer bait for days. This we can beat no problem. All right, let's just go in here, take our wins, and move on. Take that just in case. Won't need it, but we're good. Finalizer, silencer, SF, shuttle. Make sure this is the right other tie. Okay. In we go. All right. Yeah, my geos are I mean, the Geo Brute Alpha has pretty fast mods on, but the rest of them are just trash. They're mediocre modded. Good enough to do the Acklay mission, and that's it. Alright, do that. Pull an assist. That should be the end of the Millennium Falcon. Pass this over to him. Get a stun. Alright. Get off my silencer, boys. Let's do that. Let's put a big hit down on Biggs. Get damage over times on me so that I can cycle up my damage. Bring this in. Pull an assist. Get a stun. Yeah. Good stuff. You don't get to go yet. It's my turn again. Oh, I love that. The shuttle just shuts down the reinforcements. They don't even get to do anything. Lose 20% turn meter and let me kill you. Fantastic. All right. Let's see. What do we want to do here? Separatists. And pretty standard stuff, really. We'll take in Plo. Kick out him. Bring in the cheese just in case we need it. That should be good, right? And we'll eliminate the radish. Ebonhawk. Ebonhawk, I need the Ebonhawk. Am I worried about their target locks? Let's get Ray out of here first if we can. Too much foresight. Alright, we'll get rid of some foresights. Let's go ahead and... Oop, dodged. Dodged. Everything's dodged. Alright. Spin move. We're going to wait. Oh, look at this. We got a Razor Crest. Interesting. Let's see who else we can get with the spy here. Razor Crest. That's tempting. That's tempting. Let's see if we can get it this way. Keep the taunt on the Razor Crest, and then maybe we could just blow that thing up. The buzz droids on him. Okay, that won't help because we won't get a ship. Alright. Let's get in there. Fine. Just die. Get out of here. Okay. Getting back around to some buzz droids here in a minute. Here's the Ebonhawk. Still have 5 ships on the field. Buzz droids back here. Dead. Solid. Stunned. Buzz droids. Is he going to blow me up? Is it holdo maneuver time? Next turn? I think next turn is holdo maneuver, boys. I think we're gonna lose a ship. Lose a capital ship. Good thing that we're dominating the fleets on the field, right? Alright. No holdo maneuver for you today. All right. All right. So we cleared fleets, cleared one zone, left his 2 galactic legends on the table. So if he clears this stuff more efficiently than I did, and beats one of my Galactic Legends, he'll win on efficiency. But it's okay. It's all right. We we gotta learn some things against these guys that are a million more galactic power. It's been a lesson in humility for me to face people that far above my galactic power, and it's a lot of extra stuff in all three of these guys this week. And I just gotta figure some stuff out. I gotta get better at playing my counters. Gotta get better at playing my counters. They've also got to beat your Executor. Man, my Executor has done nothing. Every time I put that Executor in, it's just people take in their Malevolence and one-shot it, no problem, every time. It hasn't held up for the last, well, certainly for this round of Grand Arena. But we'll see. We shall see. We shall see. All right, we still got the Obtesio account to do. I'm going to close down my blue stacks here and open up the Obtesio account. We'll run that real quick in case anybody wants to check that out. Nope, that's the wrong one. All right, we'll run that. And if people want to hang around and watch it, that's cool. And if you don't, that's cool too. We've only got 2 weeks played on this account, so by no means do we have a functional GAC, but doesn't stop us from getting in there and flailing away and trying, right? I had so many problems with my blue stacks on yesterday. By the time I got done with the stream, I tried to reload these emulators, and I didn't get it in time for the Grand Arena, and I actually didn't even get to play the Obtesio account in the Grand Arena. Couldn't get stuff fixed in time, and I didn't have a device with it loaded on it, so we just completely dropped the middle round for Obtesio. No participation. Dang it. All my opponents have placed all their GLs and don't have Executor. I have Executor. So I just put annoying teams on D and keep all my GLs for offense for full clears. Yeah, that can work. That can work until it doesn't. Pit raid number 16. Look at me go. I scored like 88,000 on that pit raid. All right. Let's get over here. Check out what we've got on this account. Zach Har, the patron, 792,000 galactic power. Look at that, sub million. Number 282 in fleets. It's not a hyperdrive account, and these fleets are awful. He's got 0 fleets. He doesn't even have a functional fleet. So for anybody watching, please don't build your account like this. You know, there's a lot of stuff you can build. Build fleet. Build pilots. Do it. Okay. So he's got some characters that are gear 11 up here. A bunch of them, gear 10, gear 11. So we've got much less of that. No fear, though. We have a high synergy team as our main offensive team. So we're good to go. We've got the Geos on offense. All right. So I put down the Jedi, which got cleared. I put down my Kylo, which got cleared. Ooh, 2. It held 1. So he had to do 2 there. And then my Night Sisters, is he still fighting? He fought 2 fights and he gave up. Those Night Sisters, look at these mods, boys. Look at these mods on these Night Sisters, huh? Oof. Terrifying. They're leftover mods that normally would have been sold. I put in 6, I didn't like it. Slapped them on some Night Sisters. All right, let's see. What did he put on defense? Bounty hunters. Really bad bounty hunters. Well, not really bad. I mean, it's 50,000 galactic power. Vader team over here. That's his team that he wants to be a threat. Why wouldn't you put Palpatine in the lead, buddy? Pal, friend. If you're going to put all these guys on a team, Palpatine goes here. Whoop. Whoop. All right. You know, you should never play Rebels against Vader because it just gives him more speed. That's what we're going to do. We're going to play Rebels against Vader. We've got our Mon Mothma team. It's our best offense that we've got. Biggs is going to be popping down to big hits. This Gear 11 Biggs. Look at this. Watch. Bam! Oh, my goodness. That is terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. We're going to do everybody but Vader. Try to cut down the number of turns they get. All right. Get over here. Every time we take a turn, we get rid of more of Vader's debuffs. We'll blind everybody so that when Vader does his merciless massacre, he gets nothing. Let's see. When Biggs has got a good turn again, we'll take out Dooku. And then it's nothing left to do. I don't think I can even steal his turn meter, can I? Oh, yeah, I did. I stole his turn meter and stunned him. Guys, that's 3 turns, right? It's 3 turns. 1 because I stole his turn meter and get to go almost immediately again. 1 because I stole all of his turn meter and took his turn meter away. And then he's stunned. So even when he does get a turn, he doesn't get to act. That move on Jin is low-key good stuff. Geo's here, I think. Or Vader. Vader or Geos. I feel like the Geos are good. Let's bring these awful Geos. Soldier has mods. Nobody else even has mods. Get on in there. No Zetas on Vader? Yeah, no Zetas on the Vader. He didn't have the merciless massacre. Okay, I don't have any Zetas on my Geos either, so there's no brute. 0 brutes. Okay, let's, I mean, we got to start there, right? There's the taunt. Ooh, so much damage here. Ouch. Bye. Psych. No mod spy, no damage spy. It's really pathetic. Really sad, these Geos. But they have an extra 15,000 health and protection. You know what? We probably need to get this Mandalorian out of here, because if they accidentally get the contract, he might annihilate somebody, and we don't want that. No annihilations, please, sir. Oof. All right, let's, who do we even call here? Call the brute, I guess. Come on. Get this Mando out of here. Sweep. No contract yet. All right. He's still not dead. There he goes. All right. Good. Cad Bane down. Let's get some healing going on here. Just in case bad things happen. No damaged Geos with tons and tons of hit points. No mods, guys. No mods. Doesn't matter. The Geos just grind away. Zap. Oh, look at that. Almost 10k hit. Oh, this is so funny. This is making me laugh. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just amused by it. Alright. Get this Cara Dune. Get her exposed. She's exposed. Get her. It's Boba's contract, so they have to kill the first person that attacked. Yeah. Oh, right. Boba. Yeah. His contract is pretty tough to get off. Jedi with no... what? She's not a Jedi. She's an Ufu. Ufu! Jedi synergy is broken. 61,000 though, huh? Wow, that's a lot of GP in that team for, well, not very threatening. Okay, what do we want in here? Sidious? I think we get him out and put in Tacken. Yeah. Let's get in there. Geo's our early game powerhouse. Yeah, that just, if nobody believed it, that proves it, right? That's horrible. All right. Jyn Erso, die. Yeah, Vader looking strong. Old Ben get ability blocked. Luminara Unduli get ability blocked. Put the Zappies down on him. Put the Zappies down on everybody. Why not? Why not? Come on, Dooku. Get him. Get him. All right. Well, see if we can steal a tiny bit of turn meter here. Get him cooled down. Merciless Massacre. Or not Merciless Massacre, but Force Crush again. She needs another ability block. A little bit of shock. And awe. Get her. Get her out of here. Okay. She'll die the next time she takes a turn from all those dots. So we don't even care. We'll let her take a turn. Get out of here. You get out of here. All right. Good. 62. I had a modded character on that team. Vader has mods, boys. Vader has mods. All right, 186,000 of something. We're going to bring in the juice. Look at this. We got all the good stuff. It's my little Fleet Arena team. Got the Silencer 5s Bigs combo. All right, let's see. Let's stun Vader. Give him target lock, and then that pulls an assist. Good job, guys. Good job getting that early kill. Yeah, we'll just put a target lock on. Give Biggs more protection and joy. Stun up this Ahsoka. Try for more target locks. Seismic charge coming in soon. Let's see if we can finish off this Ahsoka so that we can move on. All right, let's get the buzz droids going. Buzz droids over here. Will she die from that? I don't know if she'll die from that or not. Hard to tell on these ships with really low life like this. Okay, stun him. No seismic charge for you. Taunt. Let's just target lock, give Biggs taunt again. What? Dodged or something? Alright, let's do that. Get an assist. Do that. Alright. Finish him off. Oof, Anakin's ship. Yikes. So this is like... What? What just happened? His attack did nothing. Either it didn't do much damage or I got a bunch of dodges. That went by too quick for me to tell. The settings that I have on this right now are just awful. I can't see anything. Everything's all laggy. But we didn't crash. We didn't crash today, guys. Laggy, but no crashes. Ew, I quit the whole thing. Okay, so that, full clear. Look at that, boys. 858 banners. Wish I would have been able to play that middle round. That's going to hold me back. That's very unfortunate that I couldn't play. I just got a total non-participation. So we'll lose 43 points for that and end up, plus 41 for the week or something, which won't even come close to taking us out of Carbonite 5. That's all right. That's all right. We'll fight our way up. We'll get there. We got 3 Gear 12s already, though, I think, right? Biggs, Kylo, and Darth Vader all made to Gear 12. We got 2 relic pieces on Kylo. We got this piece locked down. We got the armor locked down. We're working on these pieces. Got 13 more to go there. This is just about done, but this part is the problem. That's going to take me a while to farm up because I'm doing all the hard farms with my regular energy, so I got to maybe rethink that plan. So, guys, if you don't realize it, you don't have to farm anything on that side now because you get the other gear. Always in the past, I used to save up in the shard store so that I could always buy stun guns and carbantes and things from down here. But now that those things aren't a problem anymore, you can buy right here for 360 for 4. So the purple pieces that you need are here, and the gold pieces that you need are here. I have not farmed a single piece for Kylo's left-hand side, and that's Vader. Clicked on Vader. And we're done with one piece. We've got the computers here. We need 3 more buys on this. And this one we're behind on. We've only got 3 buys on that, so we need a lot more buys. I love farming this anyway, so if I have to farm this one, I don't care. But we've got all of our purple gear bought. We've got 1 piece made. We'll get the second piece made. That piece will be close. So the only things we have to farm are these gold pieces, and this has to be farmed. Later on, you get these from raids and guild events and stuff, and we'll get more access to some of these for free. But right here at the start of the game, there's no way to get those except farm them. They're not at a good price in any of the shops. You could buy them out of the Grand Arena shop sometimes, but for me, they feel like they cost too much out of here. So you can buy them out of here sometimes. 500 for 5 doesn't feel like a very good deal. I'd rather just farm them. Because you can do 560 for 8 on the Chirotechs. That feels like a much better value. But yeah, I mean, that's how I'm getting so close to Relic so fast, is just this shop right here. It's just this stuff. Buying it right here. Yep, gets me ahead. Still got 608 crystals. I've already had to cut back on my Cantina refreshes because I'm out of crystals. But, we're getting the standard refreshes here every day, and then sometimes on Cantina. I don't think I'm moving up to Kyber 3 with 5.7 million GP. I don't want it. Yeah, I mean, there's 2 ways to look at it. If you move up there, let's say you move up to Kyber and then you get pushed back down. Well, the whole time you were up there, you still got more crystals out of the daily payment. So the way I see it, I've been thinking about that. Should I intentionally go 2 and 1? And the truth is, if you rise up higher than you can sustain, it doesn't matter. You still get a better crystal income for that cycle, for that week or however long you stay in that division. If you get pushed up into Kyber, and you got to stay in Kyber for the whole cycle. So you'd be in Kyber 5. Maybe you'd be losing a lot. Who cares? For that whole cycle, you're getting the Kyber 5 income in crystals. So, yeah, I mean, it's not bad to move up. You just get more crystals. And, yeah, it may be less satisfying to play the Grand Arena against people with a lot more galactic power. But I've said from the start, guys, the way the system works, on a long enough timeline, 6 and 6 will be the average record for the average player. and people below average will have a worse record. And if you have a better record, then it sets you up for the next season to be close to that 6-6, because you won't stay in the same spot until you're winning and losing the same amount of battles. So that's everybody is going to rise to the level where they're fighting accounts that are big enough that they can't win all the time. So that's the way it's got to be. Unless you legitimately throw a game and control your rise on purpose so that you can always do 2-1s, which is also another strategy I've considered but haven't implemented yet. All right. Sent some strategies your way for next week of GAC. That's cool, Griff. Thanks. Good night, DL. Everyone, great job tonight. By the way, Boba was blinded when he tried to blow up all your ships. That's why nothing happened. Oh, all right. Oh, that's what it was. Okay, so we get dodges because he was blinded. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. From the vulture droid reinforcement. I got you. Yeah, I was like, but looks like nothing happened. Yeah. Okay. That. Thanks for telling me that. That's cool. All right. I'm at 3.6 going up against 5.5 and crushing them because of mods and a focused roster. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. That's what we want. GP doesn't matter anymore. What matters is whether or not you can hold your own in the Grand Arena against these guys. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to sign off. We've been on here for quite some time, and I'm going to call it a night and get on to other things. So thank you very much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. Remember, we do have a sub contest going on right now, and you can win prizes. So, get people over here, like, subscribe, do everything you can to get these videos some attention, and join up on the Discord and make sure that you've signed up for that giveaway. Get your name thrown in there. And if you change your name to Inquisitor in-game, like this Inquisitor Opticio that you see, you'll double your winnings. So instead of $25 gift card, you'll win $50 if your name was Inquisitor before the drawing. So there you go. Remember that, guys. Get over there, participate in that. Appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next Holocron.